Red.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, G.M.P.C, and with me tonight is the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig, Nick Utah.
Yes, glad to be here on this wonderful Thursday night after a couple of weeks of not being online. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to say. We've come back from a journey, from a pilgrimage, if you will.
We're changed men, Nick.
Yeah, we're changed men. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Folks, we will talk all about that tonight. We have a whole stacked show, and we have a special guest because I wasn't live on Tuesday for some family reasons. So let's say hello to the one, the only, the Script Doctor.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. I haven't left since Tuesday, so I've just been here for like 2.5 days.
Waiting in the lobby the whole time. He's like, anytime Jeff is going to put me online. Anytime now.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go.
Thanks for joining us tonight, because I thought, since we're going to be talking about Spaceballs 2, the search for Spaceballs, I guess it's the search for more money at this point, I thought it would be fun to have a guy like you on who definitely knows his Spaceballs and, has a lot to say about that. So, folks, Script's going to be hanging out with us for the first half of the show, but Script is not our only other co-host for the evening. All the way from the state shaped like a mitten, from this part right here, say hello to America's stepdad, the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am here. I'm hotter than hot. I'm white hot. I'm so hot, I'm hotter than LA right now, baby. I'm back.
Buddy, every time somebody brings up LA in the news, I go, thank God I don't live there anymore.
Me too.
Yeah, just like I dodged that bullet, and that bullet, and that bullet, and that.
In a fire, in an earthquake, in a flood, and I didn't dodge the governor because he's an idiot, but that's a topic for another show. We're not a political show. We're world-class bullshitters. So, folks, we have, like I said, a lot of stuff to talk about. Spaceballs 2, Ballerina review, fun and games, everything you know and you love, because it's all world-class all the time here on WCBS. But before we start tonight's show, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know and let us know. It does feel nice to know that you enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. And we also have a couple messages from you guys. So let's check in with the audience first before we do our regular stuff for the evening. Our friend Sejorjan, thank you very much, Sejorjan, for your generous super chat. Sejorjan says, the new James Bond video game trailer looks bad. It's like Indians took over for the franchise. What's next? From Mumbai with Love? Punjabi?
Those sound like great Bond movies.
They get better. Dr. Nan, A View to a Kinnir, License to Marry, and Try Another Day.
Dude, Bond is public domain in Canada. I can write those.
Let me do the covers.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm taking a picture of that. That's fucking brilliant. So, Georgian, thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, title credit to Georgian, man. Like, you gotta do it that way.
Hey! All I'm saying is there's 1.8 billion Indians. Like, he'll be able to blend in somewhere. Probably at an IT convention, but he'll be able to blend in.
Oh no, you gotta go. You Only Live Twice, where they just turned James Bond into an Indian.
Yeah, and that's it. And then we don't even talk about it anymore. It's just Indian from there on out.
Exactly.
Nick, I have told you many a times, my plan for world domination for WCBS is to launch in India with you as the face of the channel. It's you and your 3 other friends in India. People would go nuts for it. American filmmaker, hanging out with celebrities, goes around the world. They're going to love you, man.
Oh,
Ready to be billionaires?
Oh, always.
We just need Nick to be the face. Nick,
I don't know. The conversion of rupees to American dollars isn't as good as you think.
Oh, I understand. It's like 100 rupees is like a penny.
Pretty much. pretty much.
But with you around, we're talking trillions of rupees, enough to make the Legend of Zelda look poor by comparison.
Trillions of rupees would be tens of thousands of US dollars.
Still achievable.
Dion, are you going to turn down an extra 10 grand?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
No. Nick, you're the face in India. The Bombay bad boy and his 2 colored friends and a white guy. There we go. That's the new name of the show.
You're in the hole.
I mean, AI could make us all speak Hindi, and like we could just put all the videos like that over there. So
I think we should. We'll talk about cricket and some shit they like too on the after hours stuff.
Oh my gosh.
We put the world in world class. But, so Georgian, I saw that trailer on launch day when it was that last week before we went out of town, Nick. So last week was a big James Bond week. They announced the Hot Toy doll, the box set came out, which I do have, and Script, if you're a 4K collector, it's a pretty nice set, if I may say so myself. And Nick, you and I have talked about it. Dion, treat yourself. You're a dad. You work hard.
Yeah.
Get the Sean Connery box set for yourself, my friend.
Oh, absolutely.
But, so Georgian, the game trailer looked fine. I know this is a low bar, but I went, oh, well, he's white and he looks like James Bond, so at least the game has that going for it. And then they borrowed the Honor and Majesty Secret Service music. They have an Aston Martin, it's the same model, but it's like orange. And he's a kid, though. It's like James Bond Jr., but not James Bond Jr. So if that's gameplay in that trailer, I'm interested. I will buy this game in 2026 because I have I don't have every other James Bond game. I don't like Daniel Craig, anything he's in, including the games. But
don't worry, there'll be a mod soon enough where you can get young Sean Connery or Roger Moore or George Lazenby or Pierce Brosnan or Timothy Dalton. They'll always do those skins. Those are great ideas to put in for DLC.
Yeah, just make it DLC. I'll spend an extra $20 or $30 to play as Pierce Brosnan. Like hell, if he recorded his voice, I'd pay an extra. I won't say what I'll pay on air for it, but put it in there. I just want to play Pierce Brosnan.
You'll pay a lot more than anybody else will.
Yeah. If I wouldn't pay I wouldn't pay for WrestleMania tickets. I have a line for James Bond video games, Nick. I wouldn't pay the price of an Omega Seamaster for a James Bond video game.
I mean, that's fair.
If Pierce Brosnan does cameo, you could just buy a bunch of cameos of him quoting those lines and then just put it in yourself.
The only celebrity I'm jealous of is Jimmy Fallon because he got to play GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan on TV. And I was like, I didn't even know I wanted to do that. And then I saw that clip, and I was like, damn it. Should have been me. Oh, well.
Yes, it should have been you.
But more than Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. And I would have beat him, too. I'm too good at that game. It's not a flex. It's 36. It isn't. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
So, Georgian, though, thank you very much. Folks, I'll review that Bond game when it comes out in 2026. I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of the box set for the patrons. And also, Nick and I went out of town like we joked at the intro of the show. We have a mini documentary about the last Blockbuster coming out to you. You're going to see what the whole store looks like. It's one of our Ollie-style store videos, so that's going to be on Patreon. You guys are also going to get a Goonies mini documentary. We went to Astoria, Oregon, the town where the film was filmed for the most part, and it's beautiful. It was picturesque, and the weather was amazing. So you're going to get a lot of nice footage. And Nick, I'm sad we didn't film the 80s prom, so we could have showed him how lame it was.
Probably a good thing we didn't. Like, just because, like, yeah, like we went there and then we went to a bar afterwards. Like, we went there for like 5 minutes. We're like, this is too family friendly. There's not enough debauchery going on here. We have to leave. It's just not what we wanted.
It was like Family Ties 80s type of thing.
Yeah.
We were sitting somewhere. We went and got a drink before this, and there was like a little kid in a tuxedo, and I went, oh no, this is a family event. Because like Nick and I have like blazers on, and we're dressed like we're out of Miami Vice, and like other people were too. So we're like, all right, this is our place. And then it was just like really bad music and like families jumping around. So there was an after party out in the street, which was way better.
Yeah, it was on the sidewalk. Like somebody just put on a Spotify playlist that was better than what was going on outside of the place. It was hilarious.
And that chick was dressed as Boy George, and she looked awesome, and she was doing all the dances, and she did a whole Karma Chameleon. And like we all applauded afterwards. It was great.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird that we live in a time where women are dressing like Boy George now.
I mean, it's the most 2025 thing. Yeah, it's the most 2025 thing I can think of. And it's June, so there's that too.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's too hot to be wearing leather outside.
It's now Summer of Love instead of Pride Month. Yeah.
Yeah, man. 2025's changed everything. I wonder why. It's all about the money. But so, Georgian, thank you very much for your Bond titles. Nick, we should, when Kendo comes back next week, we should read him these Indian James Bond titles and come up with more.
Oh my God. Here's the thing. If you do make an Indian James Bond and we do get a cartoon, Kendo has to do the bad Indian accent voice for the cartoon. Oh, yeah. Like, that has to be the thing.
And then we should like opposite of Fisher Stevens bad, right?
Yeah, of course.
Fucking Johnny Five. We should have went to that house too, Nick. That was right down the street by that bridge.
It was right there. So was Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop was there too.
I'm gonna lose like 5 people watching. I don't really like Kindergarten Cop.
It's fine. It wasn't one of his best movies, so.
No, not at all.
No, it wasn't that good.
Cop. Shrubbles08, thank you very much. The word of the day is Schwartz. All right, Debbie's Schwartz Dallas. How Stella got her Schwartz back. Star Wars X-Ray. Ray steals the Schwartz. I don't think she likes the Schwartz. Hot Schwartz Time Machine. Fistful of Schwartz. We're not going to grab any Schwartz on this channel. And Deep Schwartz. There we go.
Oh, a streetcar named Schwartz?
There you go.
Schwartz of the Titans.
Schwartz 55, where are you?
Brokeback Schwartz.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Shorts.
Schwartz, a Star Wars story.
No Schwartz for old men.
Lone Star was a young man. We'll each do one more. Beetle Schwartz.
Gone with the Schwartz.
Schwartz of the Dead.
Dude, where's my Schwartz?
All right, Dion, I like that one.
That's pretty good.
We have All Quiet on the Western Schwartz. Fast Schwartz at Ridgemont High. Star Trek, The Search for Schwartz. Bill and Ted's Bogus Schwartz. Kenny Omega All Elite Schwartz. He's a Schwartz, all right. Terminator Schwartz Fate. Terminator Dark Schwartz. And Metal Gear Solid 3 Schwartz Eater. There we go. We got some gaming in there, folks.
I love it.
So, folks, keep sending your Schwartz titles in all night long. We will be reading those. We will be laughing at those. And we'll be having fun throughout the entire show. The chat says, Dion, did Dion just say Mighty Morphin Power Shorts? That would be a good Captain Underpants story.
Ooh, there you go. Perfect.
Your kid's of the right age for Captain Underpants or Captain Underschwartz.
So when they morph, does the underpants go from like just regular tidy whities to like Power Rangers imbued style patterns on them?
Yeah, the diamonds.
Yeah, go the diamonds,
like lightning and shit.
All those ones.
I won't draw this, but there's my design input. There you go, folks. Power Schwartz.
You don't have to draw a person wearing them. You just have to like draw them.
Oh, okay. Just a little line for that. That'd take like 25 seconds to draw some Power Shorts. Tropic Shorts would be a good one, too. So, guys, let me check the notes real quick, because I had something here, and then we'll start talking about Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, in just a second. So, we're going to play a quick game of fake news, since we got an email about it the other day. And I only have 2, so it's going to be easier. So, folks, you tell me which story is true, 1 or 2. Cicadas in vehicle cause suburban car crash. Suspect fled scene. And do you guys know what cicadas are?
Yeah, they're like crickets, but not quite.
Yeah, every 18 years they show up here in Cincinnati. And,
long hibernation periods, yeah.
Yep. But it's weird. Where I currently live, there aren't any, so I don't miss them. And here's the other fake news story. You have to determine which is real. Full House star Candace Cameron Bure doesn't watch horror movies on television because she believes the TV is a portal that could let stuff inside her house.
That's tough, man.
I'm going with the Full House one because that sounds ridiculous.
I'm going with the cicadas because the Camerons are just crazy enough to believe that.
Script, have you picked yours officially yet?
Well, I mean, I did lose a relationship to a show that had Candace Cameron Bure on it.
Oh,
that story a few times.
Wow.
But I kind of want to believe that because Candace Cameron Bure and another very Christian actress started their own network, which was to counter Hallmark, because Hallmark was going in a different direction. So I kind of want to think the Candace Cameron Bure one is a little real.
Well, I have good news for you. They're both real, and they're both
Oh God.
It's just bullshit stories of the week. I saw the cicada one. The cicada one's here in Cincinnati. It's just like a big Kia SUV on its side. Apparently, somebody flipped out because the cicada touched them, and they wrecked their car and ran away. So that's the most Ohio thing I could think of.
Yes, cicadas don't bite anybody. They're just like, yeah, they're just a nuisance for a little bit.
Their heads come off like if you touch them weird. Because in 2014, people would come up to our house and take them off the tree, and they would just pop the head off. It was like a membrane. I was like, ooh. They would find dead ones all over.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not into bugs. But there you go, folks. They were both real. I couldn't believe the Candace Cameron one, though, because this isn't the fucking Grudge, you know, or The Ring. It's not going to pop out of your TV and you're going to die in 7 days. Like, I would love to Clockwork Orange this lady and make her watch, like, Dream Warriors, make her watch Friday the 13th, make her watch, like, a sexy horror movie, and be like, all right, Candace, do you think that, like, the devil's going to pop out of my Samsung? No.
Return of the Living Dead, you know. Be a good one.
movie.
What is it? Summer Party Massacre? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the Forbin Project. That's a good one. Oh, there's another one. I keep forgetting the title, but it's where an AI occupies a machine and then impregnates itself into a woman so it can become alive.
What the fuck is that? I need to know that name.
Yeah, I need to watch
Johnny
that.
Depp one.
No, this is from like the 70s.
Holy shit.
Gosh, I keep forgetting the title. I have it actually in my collection. It'll take me a few minutes to find it though.
Okay, it can't be Ghost in the Machine, is it?
No.
That has Karen Allen in it. That's an okay movie. Is it Demon Seed?
Yes, Demon Seed. That's the one. Thank you.
What?
Yep.
Demon Seed?
Thanatos got that one. Shout out to you.
Let me
Thank
see.
you, Thanatos.
So I need to watch this movie. Nick, will you acquire us a copy so we can watch it?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm pretty sure they have it. They have it like selling in 4K somewhere.
Ooh, good. So, script, thank you. Now I'm going to watch a new Nightmare movie to one day try to show Candace Cameron. Maybe what we could do is get her, like, P.O. box and send her a cutout, 1 frame a day. And she's like, what is this? And then she just said, what? And the one is like, you finally saw a horror movie.
Jeff, that's some serial killer shit. Calm down, or calm down.
I wasn't going to cut out a note from, like, a magazine in a chocolate bar and be like, I'm watching you.
But still, you're sending her 1 frame a day of a movie. Like, easy, buddy.
Without the credits.
That's roughly around 200,000 frames, not including credits.
So we can keep this going for a while. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah. You sure Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger doesn't show up for a couple of minutes. You know.
I mean, in that one there, you could probably pull it off because there's a lot of really bright, cheery shots in that film that you think is because it's a nice suburban neighborhood, so she might actually enjoy that. All until you get Robert Englund coming in there, stretching his arms out.
What we should do is AI her face onto like Nancy and just send her a video clip of her in Nightmare on Elm Street.
There you go.
And Dave Coulier is Freddy Krueger. Cut it out.
You got to AI her young child face onto Nancy, about age appropriate one.
Yeah. It'll be from the bulimia episode where DJ's like, I can't eat anymore. I'm so fat. It's like, what? No, you're not. God, I hated that show. Well, I loved it. Now I hate it. So
I never saw it. And when my girlfriend at the time made that joke, like, well, I can't date you. I'm like, well, I guess we're broken up. And then she took that seriously. That's how I was left that relationship and got into my current one.
Damn.
Dion, you didn't see
some
shit. It wasn't meant to be, man.
It wasn't meant to be for sure.
All right, so folks, let's talk about what's meant to be. Well, kind of, I guess. Spaceballs 2 is here. Now, Spaceballs is one of the best. It is the best Star Wars parody. Hell, in my own commercial for my own book, I say the best Star Wars parody since Spaceballs. Spaceballs is the shit. I have not a bad word to say about it. I got the 4K Kino Lorber edition out in the living room. Like, Spaceballs is a personal favorite of mine. So today they announced the trailer for Spaceballs 2. This is the original title, The Search for More Money. And while I have no interest in more Spaceballs movies, this trailer was so good. And if it's going to be like that self-aware and that silly, maybe it could be pretty cool. But Script, since you're joining us tonight as our guest bullshitter, what did you think of this trailer?
I thought it was pretty clever. As you said, very self-aware. I do hope they stick with Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, and not just Spaceballs 2 or Spaceballs the sequel. Because although that would be funny, I would rather have it be like Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, the DVD. Because that was the gimmick of what they did. Like Spaceballs, the VHS cassette tape. Like I remember seeing those ads every once in a while back in the early 90s. But yeah, very self-aware. I'm very worried because Mel Brooks did do the sequel to A History of the World Part 1, which on Hulu. It was absolutely atrocious. There is a comedic writer gap in Hollywood, and it's not by a lack of talent. It's by basically a lot of arbitrary gatekeeping from people. Like they get like bottom feeder comics that are very safe, not edgy. And the ones that were edgy back in the day have tamed themselves down to this day. So I'm really worried about the creative writing team behind it, because for any of you that are Mel Brooks fans and you know him beyond just the movies he's directed, he is actually a really good producer and a good encourager and shaper of comedy, but he doesn't really generate his own material. And when he does, it's actually lesser than the people he works around with, like Dom DeLuise, Gene Wilder. They were huge comics around Mel Brooks that Mel Brooks was able to like put to the forefront. And yeah, when he does stuff on his own, it tends to fall short, sadly, by comparison.
His work with Gene Wilder is my favorite. The Producers, Blazing Saddles, and Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, the one that Gene Wilder wrote. Dude. Like all of the jokes that Mel Brooks has stolen since Young Frankenstein are all Gene Wilder's. Like the whole Walk This Way, the Uggs.
Now you got me wanting to watch that movie. But
yeah, dude. I remember watching History of the World Part 2 on Hulu, and I was like hopeful. I was like, oh, he's back. It's gonna be funny. And I watched like 3 segments, and I was like, this feels like SNL now, and it's not good.
No, it's not. I mean, Jeff, I'm going to send you the screenplay that Gene Wilder wrote of Young Frankenstein, because even when you read it, you start laughing because it's that well written. Like you don't even have to watch the movie. I watch and read both all the time. But yes, it's brilliant type of comedy we didn't get anymore. I was begging and pleading to the world, like, oh, please, History of the World, be it good. They didn't have any good jokes about Lincoln or Lincoln's son. They got Kunan Manjani, who's trying to pitch the Kama Sutra and soup, which was like the dumbest conflict joke ever.
Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, this is like an SNL skit. This is exactly what it is. They got SNL writers on a weekend to write them, a segment, and this is what happened, and like it's not good. Yeah, Kama Sutra and soup. I'm like, yeah, I watched it. I was just like, this is what you got. This is all there is. Like, come on.
And they did nothing with Jews in space.
Yeah, nothing at all. That should have been the opening. Jews in space. Come on now.
Yes, if they're gonna do it, you got to go all in.
Yeah,
they weren't. Oh, some Karen on Twitter. Oh, it's so offensive, lady. You haven't seen the first movie. Thanks for playing. Like, it's the lowest common denominator that ruins comedy because everybody's upset about some shit. So, yeah. Dion, you're a Star Wars guy. We've watched Spaceballs together. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't think I like it. But it's it's happening anyway. One tidbit of, I guess, cautious optimism is, the trailer was on, Amazon MGM Studios. Amazon is the flip of a coin, right? So it could be a unrealized or a sudden success in terms of it actually kind of being funny. So I'm open to it, I guess, since we're getting it anyway. But yeah, to the Doc's point, Mel Brooks isn't well known when he's doing it himself. So I enjoyed seeing Mel Brooks. That was something I'm like, oh shit. I mean, you old, but you were involved. That's something. Shit. I liked the Roadhouse remake. Jessica Simpson can't rap.
I want justice.
Well, I want justice, and hopefully they don't. Hopefully it doesn't look how Happy Gilmore 2 looks now, or it's just a bunch of member berries, which I think again to your guys' earlier point, everyone is very scared to do a comedy now, and even though it is Mel Brooks, it's like, hey man, it's 2025. We've kind of been stuck in this thing where it's either safe and not far enough, or it's so far in left field trying not to be safe that they forget to be actually funny. And yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried, but I love Spaceballs. I guess I'm willing to give it a shot because who knows how much money Amazon's paying to get this shit. But I just hope it doesn't. I just hope please don't be terrible.
I'm hoping for 2 jokes. 1, to make fun of streaming and day and date. And number 2, to make fun of the fact that Star Wars Rogue One ripped off a gimmick from the original Spaceballs with the whole shield around Scarif thing.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see, because yeah, I think somebody in the chat said, he's 98 now. It'll be 100 when the movie comes out, and like, will he be around for it to be done? Is the real question here, because the man's 98 years old.
Yeah.
So
should we take a Dukes Brothers bet? I don't want to bet money on it, but like, do we want to just see who's right? Because
it's like,
hey, he would laugh his ass off at this thing.
Okay, I'll take the bet that he doesn't make it to see the premiere.
Okay,
I'll take that he will.
All right.
I think for a joke, Mel Brooks would fake his death just so he could show up on the red carpet. Because
wow.
The last movie by Mel Brooks, and then it's like,
and then
he does Andy Kaufman. He's like, "This is how you do it, Andy."
Oh my god! And then he has a heart attack on the red carpet for real.
I mean,
he's the final product.
Yeah.
Hey, if it makes it a success, other studios have done it.
That's what it is. Hollywood is so desperate they're gonna start killing celebrities like in public just so like the movie does well.
Nick, that's our next.
WB got an Oscar. I don't see them complaining.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, I should say.
That's what the Hollywood elite, like the ones behind everything. The
shadow in the dark shadows of the world.
Exactly.
Like, listen, this Heath Ledger guy, he's really good, but we just really need to push the Dark Knight over the edge. So let's send an Olsen twin over there and
an Olsen twin. Oh my god. I mean, they both do look like witches now. So I mean, you're not wrong.
That you ain't wrong about that. That's for damn sure. 2 witches that are angry about something.
Their fashion career is taken off to be billions of dollars.
Yeah. Oh, we're so rich. Fuck.
Hey, man,
never poor.
Oh god, but like
they're mad about the little Ugandan guy that got away.
But their sister, who's in the MCU, is way hotter and probably more interesting to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to talk to them about all the crazy coke parties that ended up costing us Heath Ledger.
They probably don't remember them, Dion. They're just gonna be like, "Yeah, we were there. That's all we know."
Listen, that was like 2008. What do you want from us?
That's pretty much what you'll get.
Listen. Diddy's got the recordings. They're somewhere in in the tapes. It's fine.
The Fappening Part 8, the Diddy tapes. I mean, everyone here would watch him. Don't lie.
Yeah. Then you just the subtitle is Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Diddy did that shit.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Spaceballs 2. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but it's probably not gonna be that good, to be honest. Like I want it to be, but even the cartoon he came out with, I think that was also the sequel. Yeah, because that was a sequel. It was like the cartoon because John Candy had died and he had a couple of the people who'd done the voices for it and everything. It was not good. Like it just wasn't. I remember watching the first few parts of it and I was like, this is not funny. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's done a part 2 before. It just flopped and it was a long time ago. So I don't know.
Now, in terms of someone in the chat asking about the actors, we have Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis set to reprise their roles as Lone Star and Dark Helmet. This comes from Deadline. And then Keke Palmer, she's going to be in the film as well. So I don't know if she's going to add anything great. She could say we ain't found shit in space. Like, I'd laugh. But I'd also feel like it's a ripoff. Kind of like an Alien Romulus when they said...
Is Daphne Zuniga going to come back? Because, like, she was great as Princess Vespa.
I liked her.
I like her, too.
She was the better girlfriend on Family Ties as well.
Oh, God. Keke Palmer, no.
I know,
What do you bet, like, Jane Lynch is going to voice Dot this time? Because John Rivers passed away.
Maybe Dot Matrix lost her ability to talk, and she just goes like this the whole time. Then I'd be into that.
Oh, jeez.
You know they're going to do like a BB-8 parody of some kind, where instead of a beach, maybe it's
no. It's going to be BB-8, but he's going to have two balls. It's going to be two balls. It's going to have two balls.
I just want to watch BB-8 get kicked off the screen, like boom, and that's it. I hope this movie goes far enough, because Star Wars has become a parody itself, and so a lot of people are like, well, what can you do to make fun of it? Just watch it, and it's a joke. And we also have to remember that, like the trailer said, there's been a sequel trilogy, and a prequel trilogy, and a prequel to the sequel, and a sequel to the prequel, and all these other things. And it's like, what if they just decided to make fun of, like, crappy CGI yogurt, and just made fun of the prequels from, like, 20 years ago? That would be weird, interesting, but I think it would, like, lose the point. Because Spaceballs isn't, like, biting satire. It just makes fun of, like, the most obvious shit from Star Wars. I hope they follow that route again.
Yeah, it's also a broader parody than a direct one, because, like, the plot to Spaceballs is not the same of any Star Wars film at all. It's literally evil empire stealing air from a planet. Woman, princess wants to marry someone someone she loves, as opposed to be, bought off by a yawning prince. If the sequel has a plot that is very distinct from any of the other Star Wars films, I think it has a better shot at doing well compared to something like those date movie guys who basically killed the parody franchise were doing.
Those were the worst.
Oh,
dude.
God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they tried picking up the torch after the Wayans brothers, and they couldn't do it, so they couldn't hang.
No, they were literally started out as coffee getters, and then when the studio kept on wanting to make more parody films and the Wayans turned them down, those two guys said, we can do it. We learned everything to know about the Wayans brothers. And it's like, you can't just be getting their coffee order and learn how to write like Damon and Keenan Ivory Wayans. You actually have to have some talent. No. But they got like 6 or 7 movies out of the studio for that. And, props to them for doing it, but holy crap, was it bad. There's a parody documentary of those guys on YouTube, which is brilliant.
Oh, God.
Friedberg and Seltzer or something like that? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. There's even a documentary about, like, the Sharknado stuff and how that came to be.
Do you think that this Spaceballs will finally get merchandise? Because that was the caveat George Lucas had back in the day. You can make the movie, but no merchandise. So we've never had Spaceballs toys or anything official like that. Do you think this time they will, because Disney won't give a shit?
Disney's gonna give a shit. They're really gonna give a shit. Are you kidding me now? George Lucas had like a handshake agreement with Mel Brooks. It's fine, but Disney would go in like the moment they like even think about like doing a yogurt like action figure, the lawyers are gonna be right up Mel Brooks' old ass immediately.
Yeah, this is why they did it. It's for the merchandising too. I'm sure obviously word of mouth is part of it, but definitely they want to sell some toys.
I want to buy Dark Helmet action figures.
Yeah,
just, I want a Dark Helmet doll with a tiny Dark Helmet doll. That's what I want the most.
That'd be good.
Shit, man, they could make Colonel Sanders. They could make Prince Valium. Anybody from the first Spaceballs movie, I'll buy them all. I don't give a shit. I've always loved that movie. So,
dude,
sign
give
me up
us
for that.
Give us the Winnebago and the figures. Yes. That's all we want.
There's the Eagle 5 coming in for a landing.
Yeah. Truth to be told, I want Spaceballs the toilet paper.
Yes.
I want Spaceballs the flamethrower. That's what I want.
If you really want Spaceballs the lunchbox, you could have it. It's just this Transformers lunchbox with the word Spaceballs put over the top.
Right over
it's
top
Optimus
of it,
Prime.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well,
Which plays into the Family Guy skit.
there's a
'cause he's
lot of
Jewish.
black market Spaceballs stuff out there that I think Mel Brooks technically runs, but he doesn't let anybody know because I've seen people wear Spaceballs the T-shirt before, and it looks really well made.
It's just
Well,
Mel Brooks just runs an Etsy store and like with somebody else's name. It's like I like Spaceball stuff. It's done really well.
Karen Parker. Okay. Dude, I ripped off Spaceballs the merchandise for stealing Solo. They're stealing Solo the shirt, stealing Solo the hat, stealing Solo the box, and then for the next one there'll be stealing Solo the something else. Because I figured we're never gonna get Spaceball merchandise, so why not parody that?
You can do stealing Solo the maxed out credit card.
There we go. Expiration date forever. I'll rip off Batman Forever too.
There you
That's
go.
Batman and Robin.
Expiration date yesterday.
Yeah.
There we go. So, anything else you guys think about Spaceballs 2? Like, without John Candy, this movie's definitely have a big hole in it. But we're getting Rick Moranis back. We're getting Lone Star back. It's if Josh Gad plays like the son of Barf, I won't watch this movie.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna happen.
That's probably what's going to happen.
You have to pay the son of Pizza the Hut, because that way we don't have to actually see him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be son of Barf. He's gonna be son of Barf.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was son of Lone Star, and just because there's that little ego in there, even though I do think Bill Pullman's kid, who's a decent actor, he does look really weird. He looks like Bill Pullman who was taken out of the oven too early.
Yep.
God.
I mean, I agree with
The
that.
Pullman.
I'm not a fan of Josh Gad at all. I think he's fucking insufferable.
Yeah. He's just not funny. Like, he got really over with all the people because of Frozen and that crowd and the adults that liked Frozen. That's fine. I ain't watching that shit. But I've seen him in other stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's that guy. So hopefully, like, since he's writing this movie, I believe, hopefully his writing isn't as annoying as his performance, because I need this to be a win. Spaceballs is perfect as is. Adding more to it and having it shit the bed, you just ruin it.
But the best person to play a Barf relative would probably be Dan Fogler.
Yeah. I love that dude.
He played Francis Ford Coppola brilliantly in The Offer. He was one of the only funny things about Balls of Fury, the ping pong thing. And he was also in Fanboys.
Yeah, I think they should get all the Fanboys cast in Spaceballs too. I think that'd be pretty funny.
That would
be great.
Where has Dan Fogler been? Where the fuck has he been?
He did
Harry
The
Potter.
Offer like 2 years ago, but he's been working on some other smaller stuff around.
Okay.
But
He was
dude,
in the Goldbergs.
he's in the Goldbergs. God, it freaked me out how well he played Coppola, because it was like looking back in time. He just nailed that.
I've always liked Dan Fogler's roles, but Fanboys, man, that just steals the cake. You ever seen Take Me Home Tonight?
Yeah.
I gotta check that one out.
It's 80s style cheese with Eric Foreman, but I like it. It's one of those, have a couple beers, watch it, enjoy the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Hot Tub Time Machine, but it's pretty damn good. Yeah, I hope all these Spaceballs quotes makes me hope that we get a couple nice, quotable, memorable lines in the new one, but it's going to be hard to top it. It'll be 39 years by the time, or is it? No, it'll be 40 years exactly by the time the new one comes out. And think of all the people that have passed away or haven't really experienced Spaceballs. Like, is this going to be theatrical or direct to streaming? You
It's
guys know?
in theaters only.
Oh, okay.
I really am hoping that they make a direct-to-streaming day and date joke. Like, what? It's the latest invention, sir. It's also streaming live on HBO Max at the same time as it's in theaters. It's like, how's it going to hurt our box? That's going to hurt our box office. Too late.
Script, I wish you were just writing Spaceballs too. I'd be okay with that.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'd love the paycheck.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like you're qualified and would actually make it funny.
So I will definitely review this with you guys when it comes out. We'll review Spaceballs 1. That's the name of the ship.
I will write one line in there for Tim Russ, and that is, "We did find shit."
There we go.
Or we found that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it should be Dion in that role.
I can dig it.
No, it's funny because I saw a video of Tim Russ online. He's like, hi, it's Tim Russ from Spaceballs. The only thing I'm famous for, and I'm like, no, not really.
I didn't even know that was his name until tonight.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where like I saw him and like I saw that in a video. I'm like, dude, everybody knows you from fucking from Star Trek, from Voyager. Calm down.
Oh, a lot of people he did a parody video of that too, where he talked about his extensive career. But who do they know me as? We ain't found shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, nobody really knows you like that. Calm down.
Well, maybe they'll cast everybody that's still alive. Bring them back.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So anything else in the chat you guys wanted to talk about Spaceballs? We're going to check in with you guys. We only have script for a little while tonight, so we don't want to hold them up too long. But hopefully this falls into the Beverly Hills Cop 4 territory, where it's good and I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we for these things we always hope it's good, but we've kind of been hurt by a toxic X too much, so we're kind of just like hesitant to go back. It's like it's gonna be shit. Let's not do this.
I hope
as long as Amazon did with as long as they did what they did with Roadhouse with Spaceballs, I'll be happy. Don't do Roadhouse. Don't do Rings of Power.
Oh, wait, cast Jake Gyllenhaal?
I mean, cast Jake Gyllenhaal and everything. I don't think it would help or hurt it. It would just be another Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, Prince of Persia called and said, slow your fucking roll, But
I forgot that movie even existed, Dion. So let me go back in time with my sand, and
I'm pretty sure Jake Gyllenhaal would want you to forget that movie existed.
Yeah, because he was in brownface. He was in brownface.
He just had a tail.
Face. See, they just made his hair longer and he had an accent. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I think we should start a poll to try and get Harrison Ford in the Spaceballs sequel.
Oh my god.
Dude, yeah.
He would do it. He's like fuck the MCU and fuck Indiana Jones. I want to do this.
I think we need to just give him the Stealing Solo movie, guys. It's time for that.
If
only we could beat that to market. I mean, if we could get him, if we could pay him, we can make Stealing Solo the movie in a weekend. Like that's how easy that movie is.
We really can. We really can.
Get together, give me a script for Stealing Solo and sell that shit to Amazon.
I should actually try that. Like, hey guys,
hey, I got the thick comic book. Would you like to adapt it to live action?
I'll be here for emotional input.
Yep.
It's the cheapest Star Wars parody ever. You need a basement, the guy that was in it, and 4 other actors. I don't want to be in it.
You know what, Jeff? We have enough connections where we could probably reach Harrison Ford and be like, come on, man, give us a chance.
I don't even think we'd have to beg. It's like, look, you want to kill Han Solo again?
And you want to work for 4 days, just 4 days, and all you do is sit down? Like, that's it.
Yeah, like, there's one part where you're going to have to run out of a garage door and tell us to fuck off a couple times. Like, well, yeah, no, we'd have to take him to an airplane hangar to shoot his fight scene where he beats you up.
Okay, that's that's easy to do. It's fine. We could do that. It wouldn't take long.
I did, after watching this trailer, though, I did tell myself that I promised that I will get Frankenfisher out before Spaceballs 2, because I have a feeling that there might be a couple, like, I already have my story written. I don't know what their story is, and you guys don't, because the trailer came out today. But I don't want it to be like, oh, you copied this movie. It might be one of those, like, Deep Impact Armageddon things where they come out in the same summer. So, to avoid that, I'm going to say fuck Christmas 93 for next year and do Frankenfisher, and that way I can be done, and I can say, hey, I got a whole Star Wars parody trilogy out before Spaceballs 2, and did pretty well. So,
well, there you go.
It's a good goal to have.
Yeah, I did a whole page today, did one last night. I'm on this cycle, so I figured, fuck it, let's just get all these done, and then we'll enjoy the animated series.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome.
Well, Nick, you'll be a cartoon. You're already in everything else.
That's true.
Dude, being a cartoon is awesome. I'd live it every day.
And you're perpetually young.
Yeah. and I can grow a beard in a second, just like that.
The fuck?
I can shave it off, and then, if I need it back, there we go. Right
what That's even more impressive than Dion's beard growth.
What the hell is that?
Oh, shoot.
You'll have to hang out with us more on a Tuesday, Nick. You'll know all about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I was just like, he's just screwing out of this avatar. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez.
One day we'll do another like YouTube community comic cover, and it'll just be some random like white silhouette with a beard and glasses waving in the background. Like, oh, there's Script Doctor, you made it.
Oh yeah, like no, put me into a pose like the James Bond silhouettes where you just see the outline.
Yeah,
do something like that, but just my glasses.
There you go. Oh, folks, we need to do a. Well, there's no Fandom Menace, but we'll do another cover like that in the future for Frankenfisher. Nick, I'll give you the shovel.
Okay.
Swift
No
-1. Thank you very much for your super chat. I liked Matrix 9. I mean Ballerina. LOL.
Oh my God.
We have a lot to say about it after this segment because Nick fell asleep multiple times because he hated it.
Oh, you fell asleep too? I didn't really hate it. I just kept falling asleep.
Okay, good.
Damn.
Well, and I kept eating popcorn one piece at a time to stay awake. I'm like, 1. And there's a bunch of exposition. 1. Okay, that was kind of a cool grenade kill. Oh, she did it 6 times in a row. All right, just come on. Let's just get this movie over with.
Yeah, I woke up in the middle of a fire hose and flamethrower fight, and I'm like, this is kind of...
That was, okay, that was like the second highlight of like the whole movie, and that's it. Like, there were 2. There were 2, and that was it. It was a grenade thing, and then...
Keanu Reeves playing the Willem Dafoe character from the first one, essentially? Like...
Yes, but he did, yes, yeah, pretty much. It was, oh man.
We'll get to that. Since Script saw it, we'll talk about that briefly, so you can talk about it. Wait, quick question for our friend Mr. Cleo. Mr. Cleo, will the NBA who will win the NBA championship? Also, when will Jeff have a P.O. box? Jeff will have a P.O. box before August. I'm sorry, I've just been so busy with shit and travel now that it's been a while. But Mr. Cleo, let's summon you. Ay, lay, lay, low. That's how we do it, right? Necka lecka hi, mecca hi, ni ho. Here we go, Mr. Cleo. Here we go.
Oh, what you say there, darling? Oh, you call me now. Why? Because the kids don't lie. One thing is always going to be for certain. When you have those questions down in your belly, those real teak questions that you need to think about, you call your boy Cleo, because the kids don't lie. How about a mercy? In the NBA Finals, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, or as people like to really pretend they are, the Seattle Seahawks. Hooty hoo, they ain't got shit. Then, of course, in the other corner, we have the armpits, because the cats told me before, the armpits of the Midwest. On the other side, the Indiana Pacers. How about a mercy? Now, as a man who's seen the future, I don't have to think about it. I see both these. You have the Frenchman, the French Blackman, MVP. The other side, you have yourself the milk chocolate, the halvesy himself, Tyrese Halliburton. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Basketball fans, they don't know. Who knows? I know. Because the kids don't lie. Oklahoma in 5. How about a mercy?
These have been the wise words of Mr. Cleo.
Oh, the level of commitment never ceases to amaze me.
In the words of Coming to America, that boy good.
Don't lie. I just go by the heart of the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh taught me that.
So Dion was up late a lot during his youth, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Doc.
I badly need to.
Nice spirit.
I badly need to mail Dion some like Miss Cleo tarot cards that are on eBay. I swear to God.
I was thinking the whole time you were doing that skit, I should make a tarot card Mr. Cleo T-shirt, just like in Live and Let Die.
Oh my God!
Remember how the back was like 007 red and the front was that shit. A deck of Mr. Cleo tarot cards would be great. Dion as the lover is just like 2 white women.
I mean,
no. The cover that card is two white women, and Dion's in the cuck chair with a cigar. He's like, all right.
The kids don't lie.
That's a good callback, Nick. Jeremiah Hembry, thank you very much. He says, "What are your thoughts on the new Wonder Woman movie, and who could you thoughts on the new Superman trailer? Or what were your thoughts on the new Superman trailer?" I didn't know there was a new trailer.
It's the official trailer, apparently. Like everything else has been classified as like teaser trailers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well,
really?
Shit, I gotta watch it when I go off the air because I'm looking forward to this movie. I bought my tickets already.
It looks really good. There is some comedy in it, but it's not as close to like Guardians comedy. It's a different style, and there is a fun cartoon versus comic book versus live action balance to the presentation. I was like, we have not seen a Superman like this in live action before, and I think it's going to fill a big void in a lot of people's hearts when it comes to this type of story. That's the sense that I got from this.
I couldn't imagine if Superman was cool again.
Well, I mean, it definitely seems like it. For me, this trailer was the worst of the bunch so far. They did the thing that always worries me. They gave a lot away. Obviously with the new trailer, the big thing now online, people are laughing about the CGI because he socks what looks to be a Kryptonian. We'll see what that means, but they James Gunn still did the thing I don't like with giving so much away. Like I said, I think the other ones are better. They did show it's a little bit more of a smart ass Superman. So we'll we got to see this. He's doing like a spin attack of heat vision, and him and Crypto are fighting what looks to be other Kryptonians. So I think they did a little bit too much. I am excited to see a more wisecracking Superman. They did, they showed the apparently a bit where he's talking to Lois and she knows who he is, and he starts yelling at her and shit. So I think we're seeing more of a emotional Superman, but not Zack Snyder. I'm pissing in a bucket in the dark Superman. So I'm dark. It's worried me a little bit more, but I'm not. It's not scaring me away.
I'm not too worried because if you ever watch the George Reeves Superman show, he loses his temper a lot, and he's still like him because he shows some humanity. But James Gunn has this rule which he never shows anything from the third act of his movies in his trailer. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so unless he broke it this time, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what, this could be really cool. And if we have a Superman movie with a lot of heart and a lot of actual action that can finally be accomplished, I think that's going to be a great first too, because we haven't had that before. The technology just hasn't been there. And then when it has been there, Zack Snyder was in charge and he doesn't know how to get a performance out of an actor, especially someone as great as like Ben Affleck and Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Shannon. Like none of them had memorable performances in any of those movies for the right reasons. It was all silly.
I always think back to "I will find him." Like,
oh god,
that makes me chuckle.
Why'd you say that name? And then basically Jesse Eisenberg playing Max Landis for like 2 hours. And
yeah, it's a good way to describe it.
He wasn't playing Max Landis. Max Landis must have been behind the fucking scenes because
controlling him. Do this.
What that was.
Well, after that whole American Ultra fiasco, jeez.
What was that script?
Well, so Mac Landis wrote American Ultra, which Jesse Eisenberg starred in.
Yep.
And Jesse Eisenberg used his interactions with Max Landis to play him as Lex Luthor, and he nailed it because I've crossed paths with Max a few times, and I like his sister better.
I bet you do.
Rachel's cool.
That appears to be the overarching response to everything about old Maxie Online is that his sister is the charming one.
I like the dad still. I know he's not the best director to work for, but he's made some classics. So.
He has.
Yeah.
It was funny because of a friend of mine who makes movies and stuff for a living. Actually has a real job doing it. I talked to him today, and he's like, "Yeah, I've done all the promo stuff for Superman." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, all the behind the scenes videos you've seen that are edited for social media, I've done." I'm like, "Okay." And apparently, he's watched every cut that James Gunn has put out, and he's been recutting it for a while. And he's finally got it down. They've rated it and everything, and this is the last cut. And he's like, I hate Superman, but this movie is really, really good. I really like it because he said that they don't treat Superman as a god; he's actually a hero in this version. So,
yeah, everything I've heard about it from some of my colleagues out there have said the same thing. The ones that do know comics are like, James Gunn took the idea of Kingdom Come and he inverted the roles to a degree. Like Superman is still Superman, but instead of him being the hero of old, he's the new hero bucking around on it. And it's following my theory since I saw the Suicide Squad followed by Peacemaker, is that James Gunn is taking all the dude bro stuff of Zack Snyder and he's using that as basically a target to mock about why you can't make superheroes like that, why they have to be you know, a little bit cartoony, a little bit more on the innocent side, but pure and aspirational. And that's kind of what the contrast is here, is where Superman is that type of guy. He'll say, "You'll never win, Lex Luthor," in a very animated way, but you just believe it when he says it. And of course, the evil people are acting like, you know, characters out of a Zack Snyder film, and Superman's going to defeat them. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's a great, brilliant allegory, because James Gunn is a notable author. He's got his start with trauma movies, so he's going to have some trauma humor in there. And if you love trauma films like I do, some of them will make me throw up, but like I still love them. I think you kind of have to have a little bit of that independent edge and admiration for the genre as a whole in order for these types of movies to work in this new way. I really hope it works, because if it doesn't, we're not going to not have Superman movies in the future. We're just not going to have ones that are going to take a risk like what James Gunn's doing.
Yeah. And from what he told me is that he had an unlimited budget on this. Like, he could have asked for anything and they would have given it to him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like even the budget reporting that has been circling around of like 338. Nobody I know who worked near that production knows where the rest of that money went, because they are pretty sure they only spent around like 220.
Okay.
They're like, we don't know where the other 138 went, but the tax filing says we did that, and it's like there might be some good old Hollywood accounting math, because Cincinnati and Cleveland has some pretty decent tax credits. So if they manage to roll in some other productions under a Paramount or an umbrella company inside there to get a higher tax credit back on that, they can put towards Superman and maybe some other stuff that they're shooting at the same time. It is above board. It's not exactly ethical, but it is legal. Mm-hmm. That might be what they're doing there. We won't know for certain, because even with the tax filings in the US, there's only so much you can actually uncover from a publicly traded company. So it's going to be curious, but I did find it kind of funny, because some of the same people that told me how much the Rise of Skywalker actually cost like years ago are the ones that are like, yeah, we do not know where this 338 came from at all.
Well, that's wild.
Now, let's see. I'm gonna read the second part of the super chat, and I'm gonna make sure there's nothing for script before we jump into the Ballerina 2 talk, because Ballerina talk, because I want to hear what you have to say, because Nick and I, it's just gonna be like, hey, what a waste of time.
Damn.
But, yeah, dude.
Wow. That is not what I thought you two were gonna say about it.
Yeah, I was hopeful. I was hopeful as well. I was hopeful, but I tried. Goddammit, it just didn't work out.
Now, what do you guys think of the new Wonder Woman news? They have announced that they're working on casting Wonder Woman, or they're making a new Wonder Woman movie. No names are attached yet. I've just seen a bunch of pictures
needs to be Wonder Woman. Sydney Sweeney needs to be Wonder Woman.
Right? I think she's hot, but the women that people are like fan casting are equally hot and look way more like Wonder Woman. So I'm like, cast them.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney should be Black Canary, because fishnet stockings, bustier, give her a domino mask, and her having shots with her mouth wide open. Yeah, way better than Power Girl, man. I'm sorry, I like Power Girl.
All of a sudden, I know Script very well now.
Yeah, he's you. We all got a little script doctor in us.
I mean, specifically to the doc's previous point about budgets, the only thing that I'm thinking in terms of Wonder Woman is Superman better be really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot, because especially after hearing that shit, you know, most of this shit only comes out when the movie bombs. So, you know, to that point, you know, Wonder Woman, you know, they put a lot of eggs in the basket of Kal-El, no. So if you know,
and eggs are appropriate, because that's Gal Gadot's bra size. It's just a pair of eggs.
God damn.
Don't get me wrong. She has a gorgeous face. Like, I could stare into her eyes and smile like all day. But
same.
You know, I'd never be with Gal Gadot, because obviously it never happened. I have my own girlfriend, but I like to enjoy the entire package, so to speak. You know, when I'm with my ladies.
You're in the right company, Script. Like, we all agree.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Kate Moss wasn't for us.
I'm happy to partake in that, because whoever they get, whether they're real or fake, they got to be there.
Who are some of the women they're trying to get for the new Wonder Woman?
Let me look it up real quick.
There was a couple of suggestions for the actress that played Mary Marvel in the Shazam films.
Ooh, I like
know
her.
Okay. Okay.
Her name's escaping me right now. And there's an Italian actress. And then I saw something really weird. Like my girlfriend showed this to me on Instagram, but there was a small lobby for the chick that played the Andor's girlfriend in Andor. They wanted her.
She popped up right here as soon as I looked her up.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, she's
okay.
good looking and she can act. Like I've seen her other stuff outside of Andor. Maybe she might be. I mean, again, the other tricky part is you do have to sort of beef up arms and legs for a lot of female actresses to look like a Wonder Woman a bit. But if you could find someone that's got that nice little balance between Linda Carter and Haley Atwell, I think that would be your.
You could buff this lady up. She's in the casting. I don't know what I'll pull her name up, but she kind of looks like Wonder Woman to me. Her name is Charlie Frazier from Furiosa.
Oh yeah,
okay.
She has a little Ashley Judd look to her as well. Yeah.
Goddamn, Dan over there with his.
I mean, shit. You said it, not me. I'm just digesting the information, baby.
I'm sure you
You're
are.
digesting all right, buddy.
I'm sure you are.
I like the Furious.
Look, I like the Wonder Woman's not my favorite female superhero, but actresses that they would cast to play are women I like to watch on film anyway. So I'm interested. We'll see where this goes. I hope she's as interesting as Gal Gadot, because I hate Wonder Woman 1984, but I really liked the first one, and I liked her in her other like cameos, especially in Shazam. Was it 2 or 1?
Shazam 2, yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny that she showed up. I liked her, but I'm not gonna miss her to the point where like nobody in this camp is gonna go, oh, let's go to Twitter and bitch how much we like Gal Gadot and restore the Snyderverse. Blah. It's like, no, come on, this shit's over, guys. It died for a reason.
It died for a reason. Like the poor woman, she was told by her agents to lie that Wonder Woman 3 was going to happen after she had her meeting with James Gunn.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because she has Twitter or social media posts saying James Gunn said, yeah, that I'm still around, that we have plans for me. And I knew that was a lie the moment she posted that, because it's like James Gunn's wiping the slate clean, except for the stuff that he's done already. And on top of that, when you take a look at the cast of Superman, the women are gorgeous. like they're really good. Like I don't know what was going. I mean, I like Amy Adams. She was very beautiful for Lois Lane, but the other women around in that movie were not that great. And it wasn't until you got to Wonder Woman where Patty Jenkins was casting a bunch of hot chicks and saying, "Okay, go do like the 300 exercise so that we can get you guys with like Vasquez arms from Aliens." And you're like, yeah, some of those actors I've seen, they're gorgeous too. But after that, it's like we didn't see them ever again. They got a frumpy actress for Iris West in the Flash stuff. And then even the companion kids are character actors from the UK who are brilliant comedic actors, but they're, you don't look at them you don't watch them for their looks. You'd watch them you listen to them on the radio, but not on film.
Okay.
And then there's no real females in Aquaman aside from a sadly old Nicole Kidman and then Amber Heard, who we
don't talk about her anymore.
It's like, where's all the hot chicks that you got in the Superman movie? You got a cast of like 7 attractive women.
Yeah, you do.
All over the place.
It's kind of shocking to see all these attractive women in this movie, because we didn't have that 5 years ago.
Yeah, Marvel had it for a time, and then they kind of went the opposite way, where they actually uglified a lot of the beautiful women that were there. I mean,
do you remember how they would frame Scarlett Johansson in the first Avengers? Like every time she was talking to Loki in that cell on the helicarrier, they would just zoom into her ass the whole time, which they're trying to get everyone to watch these movies.
Yeah, they were doing that 180 shot like around her butt, and I was just like, okay, I'm here for it. Well,
that's also Joss Whedon. He is pervy, and you got to like him for that when it comes to the film, but not behind the scenes.
Was he? Well, here's the thing: was he pervy, or did he know his audience? That's
a little bit of both. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, here's the other part too. So I knew Tatiana Maslany when she was doing Orphan Black because she shot it up here in Toronto, and she is genuinely a good actress. But as soon as she went out to LA, things kind of got crazy. But when she was cast as Jennifer Walters for She-Hulk, I'm like, no, that's good casting. It all comes down to, you find out that the entire writers' rooms never watched a legal procedural. They don't know anything about law. They were told exclusively by Marvel not to research any of the She-Hulk material that's out there. So they're basically just kind of spitballing what they know from common knowledge about She-Hulk and the gimmicks that they're told from Marvel office to make a show that just did not land. And you completely waste probably one of the most charming actors of our generation, essentially, that could have stood out.
Yeah, I mean, they could have at least watched 2 seasons of Suits. I mean, come on.
Yeah. That's another show I've helped work on too.
God damn it! God damn it! Can you get all of us on as background characters in Suits LA, just in suits, like in the background?
Well, I mean, they shoot that in LA. Unfortunately, it's actually the only production shot.
We'll go back.
We'll go back for a weekend and then just fly it real quick. It's fine.
We'll go to In-N-Out Burger.
But if you ever come up to Toronto, I'll take you to the hotel, the building lobby with all the elevators that they shoot all those scenes in, and you can hang out and reenact the scene there.
Nice.
I wish you could take us back in time to unsee this movie, because folks, we're gonna talk. It was so dumb. Like
it was okay. It was dumb, but it wasn't that bad, Jeff. It was dumb. I will 100% it was dumb, but it wasn't that bad.
How would you know? You slept through part of it.
It was okay. What is the runtime of Ballerina? Let me check what the runtime is.
2 hours, wasn't it?
2 hours 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 35 minutes too long.
Yeah. So, the plot is essentially like a John Wick movie, but with Ana de Armas in it. And if you like that, then you're probably gonna like. If you like that sentence, you'll like this movie. I didn't dislike this movie to like where it was. It's not Madam Web. It's not one of these rah-rah girl power movies for people out there that are worried. It's not that kind of stuff at all. It's just, it's tons of exposition. It's really long. And I guess if I'm going to be critical, they like overuse certain tropes all in a row to the point where you get tired of it. Like, she kills dudes with grenades, and that's cool, right? Mm-hmm. But like, it's 6 kills like in a row over a wire. You're like, all right, another grenade kill. And they're all... It's like wasn't as innovative as like in John Wick, when he's down in the catacombs and he's like shooting dudes in the eye and he's flipping around and doing this and doing all this other crazy shit. It definitely felt like lesser, like you're trying to build a franchise around her and they can't do any of the cool shit until the next one. And that, I hope there isn't a next one.
If you want to see an unofficial prequel to the Ballerina with Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas in it, it's called Knock Knock.
I've seen that. That's
we saw that.
Yeah, we did. We saw that in LA. We saw that in LA, Jeff.
Dude, we saw it at the New Beverly Tarantino's theater, and Eli Roth and Colleen Camp were there presenting it.
Yes. Yeah, they were.
And they were telling us all these Ana de Armas stories and how great Keanu Reeves is and all this shit. Apparently, all that nice guy Keanu Reeves shit broke on the internet when he was making this movie, and Eli Roth says, like, you gotta run with it, dude. It was the story that he like bought. It was the story that he gave all the Matrix money away or whatever. He's like, just run with that, dude. we had a good laugh. It was
best thing he ever did. Best thing he ever did was run with that.
Now, did they dub Ana de Armas in this film? I feel like they did.
In the beginning, they did.
Yeah, okay.
You could tell. For sure.
Yeah, they did. But also, like, I fucking hate Norman Reedus, like, with a passion because of Walking Dead. I fucking hate him. He always looks like he smells like a dirty hippie. All the goddamn time.
Take a shower, dude.
Yeah, like just go take a shower always, or shave your fucking head. Like, nobody likes you.
God damn.
Yeah, like he needs to go make like 18 biker movies and just like keeping that side of the room. Like, yeah, I just don't care. The only good thing he did was Blade 2. That's it. As soon as
you didn't like the Boondock Saints, Nick?
It's okay.
That's how I feel. It's just okay.
I just don't.
You are my brother, aren't you?
just seeing him for those, I think, like 8 years of Walking Dead every fucking where just pissed me off. Like, I just don't care. You can go fuck yourself, dude. Good for you. You were popular for a minute, and now nobody cares.
They showed the trailer for Death Stranding too, for the movie too. You didn't like that?
Good for him. I'm glad he's in a video game where he doesn't really have to do anything. He doesn't really have to act, with any talent. It's fine. But
Kojima just yells at him in Japanese.
Pretty much. Because I mean, he's in this movie for a few minutes, and it's not a big deal. It seems like everybody has that John Wick capability of like flipping guns around and shooting people behind them, like while doing a backflip. It's great. It's awesome. Yeah, like Anna de Armas was fine. She had like a few lines because she's just playing that John Wick character of being the strong silent type, which is okay. She did good with a lot of the physical stuff. She once again, like Jeff said, she wasn't girl bossing. She didn't take down a guy like twice her size, whatever. She did get beat up a lot. She did get tossed around a lot. She did get knocked down a lot. So it was very like, somewhat realistic. But some of the exposition dumps were like too fucking long, man. I swear to God. There's the one that Winston Scott does when he first meets her was just like, you could cut this down by half. Everything that the Chancellor said or talked about could have been cut in fucking half.
Yeah.
It was just so much, man. Like, you're trying to do this like, elegant dump of these things of like, oh, these ballerinas and this and the other. I'm like, no, we know basically what it is already. Like, just go into it. And showing her doing the training was fine, because I guess because of Star Wars, you have to show them training, or else it's not believable. So it's fine. He did that. It just wasn't fun. It just was it felt like a procedural movie, and it was not fun. It could have been cut. If it was a solid 90 minutes, it would have been fine. Would have been less harm to my brain.
Well, it was supposed to be, because I've had the script since 2017.
Oh, good for you.
It's 99 pages, but then Derek Kolstad got involved, and because he did like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all the other John Wick films.
Oh, okay, that explains.
Yes, and he pretty much padded it out. I like separately, I think the fight choreography was good, but it follows this model that's been taken off since the early 2000s, where it's literally really just one stunt guy at a time going after your hero.
Yeah,
and that's boring. Like, Jackie Chan fights 6 people at the same time. If you watch like the latest Karate Kid Legend, that kid is literally fighting 3 adults at the same time in a Jackie Chan style alleyway fight, and it's really impressive.
Okay.
And the stuff with Anna de Armas here on the physical comment side of things, that's what put me to sleep, except for that first time when she used the grenades like that. I'm like, oh, that's clever. What are you going to do with that next? And just repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse.
I'm glad it's not just me that thought that, because when she got to the one final where she hides behind the table, was that the one? I was just like, okay, I guess you guys stopped caring too.
Yeah. It's one of those things where she you have 4 you can do with that, and she did 6, and it's like you did too many. It's like, come on, like 3 is fine. 4, you're reaching that point of like it's not fun anymore, and they just, I don't know. I guess
that whole table gimmick with the grenade, like in the in-camera shot, good, but it was too John Wick. To John Wick 3 and 4, because that's when things kind of go off the rails a lot more than 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, I in all honesty, I kind of feel bad for her, because I mean, she did do a good job in like the physical stuff, and she was fine in the movie. It was nothing she was doing. It was just like, I feel like the stuff around her was not good.
But she was better in No Time to Die, I thought.
Yeah. There is this one aspect which I always hate with modern day assassin films, and that is, we got to make sure the assassin has all these really cool tattoos, because that shows that they're badass. I'm like, an assassin does not want to have a single identifying mark on their body so that they can be tracked down. So you want to put like 2 crosses between the shoulder blades of Anna de Armas. She's already going to be memorable just by the look in her face and eyes.
So remember too, she's supposed to be a ward in the movie. So so that's the one thing. And also too, like, I definitely it should have been shorter, 100%. And I think the thing that definitely is the biggest issue. Can you hand me the charger cord? The biggest issue with it is it's very clearly a soft test for a spin-off franchise, a movie franchise outside of the hotel show or whatever. But that's the danger with franchises. They get very attached to doing the same type of shit. I agree. They definitely should have dwelled more into this being her own thing, but it just sucks because Ballerina was really for them to test the market to make 5 and to buy them time to write 5. That's what that whole thing with him meeting them in the town was. That annoyed me about the movie too. But once you take all that shit out, I liked it a lot. I like, the part of the charm with John Wick is that this is a whole other world outside of our own. And I think they got that part down really well. I like, having the idea of the ballerinas all being wards. So essentially she's rom-comming in two. I would have liked them to delve into that. We already got the assassin part of this world. We already got the the wet work part of this world. It should have been her being someone's ward, and then she's someone's ward, and the dude tries to grab her, and then that's how she goes off onto her quest to avenge her parents and all this shit. And even then, Gabriel what's his name, Gabriel Byrne. I thought he was great. It's just it was padded out. This should have been 90 minutes. With just the ballerina and the ward thing, and you keep everything. And the action, I thought it was great. It's the same. A lot of franchises make their own type of combat thing. Yeah, they could have went a little bit less one bad guy than the other bad guy and the other bad guy. And to Nick's point, she gets the shit beat out of her. Like it's it's definitely not a girl boss moment because one whole part of the movie is she gets beat the fuck down. And John Wick's like, hey, you keep this shit up, I'm going to have to kill you. And they did a good job of at least differentiating. I love that part. Yeah, differentiating her character from John Wick. But yeah, I do wish that they weren't so scared to differentiate Ballerina from John Wick. It is too close for comfort, for sure.
And we can safely say that it's better than The Crow.
Yes, absolutely.
That is the new bar on this channel. Does Nick have Game Pass? Is it better than The Crow? 2 questions we'll answer every week, or not at all.
By the way,
Game Pass later. Don't tell them until the end of the show.
I won't. No problem.
We're gonna make them wait. They've been waiting 2 weeks. They can wait 45 more minutes. No one's gonna die in the next 45 minutes. Oh, I have to know. Nobody's on their deathbed listening to WCBS. If you are, thank you. We're here with you.
Sticking around as long as you have.
Yeah. Hey, if you give us the address of the hospital, we'll come. No, the movie kind of is underperforming. According to the internet, it made $25 million on its opening weekend, and that's getting some people kind of concerned. So, Script, I know you got to hit out of here in a second. Anything else you want to say about Ballerina?
Valiant effort. I think it's going to do what it needs to do to get a couple more sequels of this or spin-offs of the John Wick universe out there, oddly enough, because I know it was a very low budget, like sub 100 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if it doesn't break that at the box office, when it goes to streaming, they're going to recoup that cash back like within the first week. Like they're going to get a great streaming deal off of this. So, yeah, we'll probably see some more of it. It's just going to get more ridiculous with every spin-off and sequel, boys. I just can't help but say that. So I hope you want to.
World of franchises, man. World of franchises.
Well, I mean, like that's what happened with Sinners as well. Sinners did so well over a long period of time that they're wanting to make 10 movies out of it. And Ryan Coogler's like, I'm done. Like I did one, I'm out. That's it. It's fine. So.
And he owns the rights to it too, so no one else can do a sequel. So that's great.
True. I mean, and like the thing is that like they did Sinners in the past. I mean, if they were to do like 2 more, I think it'd be fine. But as long as he's in control, it'd be okay. But anyways, yeah, Ballerina was not good.
I would say it was good. I'd say it was good. It just wasn't. It wasn't. We didn't get out of Ballerina what we got out of 4.
No, and sign me up for 5 because.
Oh yeah.
I like John Wick movies, and this one is 1/3 of it is a John Wick versus her movie. They call him up on the phone. He shows up. He's like, "You got until midnight, or I'll kill you." It's like, oh, okay. At least there were some stakes, and he was cool. So if you're worried about John Wick getting cucked out, as some people on the internet like to say, he's still bitching. Don't worry about that shit.
He showed her what's up and like gave her a deadline.
Yeah. I always wanted a Golgo 13 movie, but now we have John Wick, and that's the same thing. So I don't need Golgo 13. I got John Wick. Just less fucking. Script, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me on the Twitter X's at ScriptDrPhD. And you can find me every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, youtube.com/thescriptdoctor, where this week we're reviewing a road trip romantic comedy called Spin the Bottle. So this is a screenplay that's been circulating around town for about a year now. We're going to see, is it going to be a good comedy or a bad comedy? Are we going to greenlight it or pass? Find out this Saturday on my channel. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Pleasure hanging out with you. Finally get to actually talk to Dion after watching him for God knows how long.
My man,
Love it,
my man, the doc, man. You gotta come back. 100%.
Oh yeah, well, I guess we got to go to Canada and visit Script Doctor and see what's up.
Oh, I will show you all the cool places where things have been shot. Filmed in Canada.
I was say, who got shot in Canada that we're going to see? Like, I know Tupac got shot in a certain spot in Vegas. So,
Script Doctor's from Canada. He's not from America, where we say shot, it means something else. You know, it's fine. It's okay.
Well, I
dude.
mean, we
okay.
literally had to import cadavers with bullet wounds in them so our doctors could learn how to address those patients.
Holy shit!
The more you know.
And on that note, have a wonderful night, gentlemen. Stick around for the rest of the show, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to be rewatching it later this evening. So have a good night.
Thanks, dude. I'll talk to you on Tuesday, probably.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
That was fun. I'm glad Script showed up so we could talk about Spaceballs and I didn't even realize he saw Ballerina.
Yeah.
And, I see. Nick and I were traversing Astoria, Oregon. It was a lovely little town, and I stress little.
Yeah.
When we walked to the Goonies house, we walked past this movie theater that we went to. Like, what did we walk? Like 12 miles over the weekend? Like, it was something stupid.
Over the weekend. Over the weekend, I want to say 18 miles over the weekend.
I was gonna guess it was in the teens, but I didn't want to act like we were some rogue badass movie sightseers. Like, look, you park the car, you walk everywhere. It's like, here's a 1/10 of a mile to the restaurant. The jail is like right down the corner. Like, everything was right there.
Yeah.
So,
like I told you, like where Chunk does his thing in the window, and like the museum and the jailhouse are all like on the same street.
The thing I took away from it, though, a lot of movie fandoms annoy me because they're so fake and cheesy. But the Goonies one, everyone felt genuine, and it wasn't like, it didn't feel bought or paid for. Like, when you go to a con, like, even if you go to, like, Celebration, the Star Wars con, you might have the biggest and best of the fan show up, but it still feels like a Comic-Con. Like, this Goonies thing was awesome. The actors were cool. Even Corey Feldman played like he cared. So I enjoyed every minute of it.
Awesome.
Ascension, Millennium. Next time.
Great music video.
Dude, Nick bought us tickets for what he thought was a screening of the movie. Here was a Q&A with the actors. So we show up, and we've been enjoying our afternoon, and we're watching Corey Feldman, Robert Davi, the guy who's the cop at the end that says, Mary, Mother of God, or whatever, the redhead girl, not Steph, the other one, Andy, and a couple other people, and it was like the most fun afternoon I've had in a long time. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
They're telling us. I think it was like an hour and a half or 2 hours of just them telling us stories. Even Jeff Cohen showed up on a Zoom call.
Oh yeah, for a while too.
Yeah. Fucking Chunk showed up. Yeah.
He has a Scarface chair that he works out of. Like, actually, like with gold and everything. It looks like he bought it from the set of the movie. It is badass.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah, but Kerry Green was there, Corey Feldman, Davi. I'm trying to figure out who else.
Robert Davi sang to us, Dion.
He did.
What?
Yeah, that's a true
Robert Davi and Corey Feldman were like hashing it out on like who could say the last word during the whole interview thing. It was hilarious.
And everybody wanted to hear Robert Davi talk more. Like, nobody, like, Corey Feldman would like interject. I should have recorded the fucking thing, but it's Corey Feldman, and I really didn't want to record it. But
don't blame him.
Dude, earlier in the weekend, he was dressed as Mouth. He had the Purple Rain shirt, a members-only jacket, but he has, like, dyed blonde hair now.
Wow.
So, it's like platinum.
Yeah, it is. Oh, God. Also,
the Jackson thing, did he?
He did start talking about Michael Jackson. He broke the cadence of like the event to tell us Michael Jackson stories. Like he said how he cried when Michael Jackson came to visit and he couldn't hang out with him more. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he really said that shit. He really said that. Also, like there was a VIP party that Saturday night, and he's like, everybody's coming to the house. I'm like, not everybody, jackass, because that was $2,500 for a ticket.
Damn.
He thought
nothing
everybody
in Astoria, Oregon's worth
He
that
thought
much.
everybody in that fucking theater was going to come to the house. He's like, no, man.
If you open the gates and say, come on in, we'll bring cans of Ready Whip and Pepsi. We'll hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, Nick, we saw tons of stuff in that town. I didn't see a single grocery store. I don't think the people of Astoria, Oregon cook at home. They only eat in those 5 restaurants every night. But Dion, the craziest part is most of the people had left like on Sunday. Nick and I stayed till Monday. Sunday night we're eating pizza, and all the locals like they stayed home all weekend long. And then on Sunday when most people left, the locals just came out in droves. They're the weirdest fucking people. Oh my god, dude! And they were all at this karaoke bar, which is connected to a pizza place.
No. There were 2 places that did karaoke we went to, and we tried escaping it, and we fucking couldn't.
It was the worst karaoke you could possibly imagine, too. It's like, Nick was like, who's strangling the cat? Like in GoldenEye?
Yeah,
So
that's what
mean.
that's what it sounded like. This woman goes up and sings some country song. I'm like, who the fuck is strangling the cat?
The best one was this black dude who was trying to sing Motown, and he couldn't sing, but he could make his voice do those, like, sound effects. You know, like, this isn't what he did, but you know, like when Marvin Gaye is singing Let's Get It On, he goes, ah, real high-pitched, whatever he does.
Yeah.
This guy could make those sounds like, ah! And so he would, like, sing like this and go, ah! Randomly throughout the song. I felt like we were getting trolled the whole time. Like, I kept looking around. I'm like, Nick, are we being filmed? Because everyone else was acting like it was completely normal. They didn't give a shit. And we were trying not to laugh at these people the whole fucking time.
Dude,
That would be rude.
Right. Damn, Story. What you doing up there?
Nothing. Fucking
Colts.
nothing. Just fucking nothing.
They just watch Oregon games. Go Ducks.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people wearing those damn sweatshirts.
Dude,
Yep.
like after we left, like there was nothing going on that night. Sunday night was like fucking dead. It was just nothing.
Man.
Just nothing.
I would love to see the 4 of us go to Astoria, Oregon, though, during the off season for like an afternoon.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we
that'd
could
be
have
fun.
some fun.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
like-
small town weird folk. Them's not people.
We saw 2 black people the whole weekend.
that's true. We did.
I kept
mean,
count.
it is BFE Oregon.
You're not kidding because it's an hour and 45 minutes further west from Portland. Like it's way
Hour
out there.
45 from Portland.
Not
Yeah.
kidding. Not kidding.
Us Negroes like to be closer to city.
Yeah, but it's Portland, so you wouldn't still want to be there, buddy. It's like, go to Seattle, go to California, hell, go to Las Vegas. Oregon isn't for you, man. It's what I call it, lumberjack hippies is what I'm looking for, Nick.
Lumberjack hippies.
Lumberjack hippie girls. That's our movie we're gonna make.
Listen, I can hang out in Eugene. It's a college town. A lot of Pacific Northwest white women up there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
They
Eugene.
love me. You know, they love
Eugene.
thicker Negroes up there in Oregon. You know.
I'm close enough to that, so I just
Let's
cash
see.
in on it too.
Let's see.
Listen,
Eugene.
if you guys want, listen, thicker brown people, you know, Oregon, they get it. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, it's like polar bears. You guys, you know, that's where you store all the energy, you know. So, I mean, Eugene,
God.
I could do. The rest of Oregon, yeah, I'm going to Seattle and California.
Eugene, I think is like three and a half hours south of Oregon. I think that's how far it is.
Damn.
If I had $1 billion in cash to blow, I would build like a giant mansion somewhere in Oregon, up in the hills, and just have like the world's fastest internet and a giant swimming pool. And I think I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's my plan for Michigan.
Fuck it, I'll just buy a big house in Michigan. I'll live close
There you
to
go.
it again.
There you go.
Is the governor still retarded?
No, she's great. You know, so you know, some people, you know what I'm saying?
It was
the militia boys that tried to nab her trying to get pardoned, so everybody's kind of on edge about that shit.
Oh, I just meant the lady that we had in college was a terrible governor. Remember? Like everything was getting fucked up back then?
Oh, Granholm? Yeah.
Yeah.
She-
I was like, is she still the governor?
Nah. It is funny how like, everybody, you know, most people are like, yeah, man, like, you know, we cool, we don't be glad that y'all happy, you know what I'm saying? You know, the lady was the governor, but she wasn't great at her job. You know what I'm saying?
That has been Michigan Politics Talk from the year 2009. You can join us never again, because we'll probably never bring that up. Now, let's check back in with the audience. Now, folks, like I said about the Oregon trip, that's going to be documented for you wonderful patrons. Like, oh, we went to the Shining Hotel
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. Yes, we did that. We went to Mexico, yeah. That was on the side of a fucking mountain.
Yeah, dude. So Nick and I are driving. Like, at first it looks like we're going on the highway. I'm like, dude, look at that mountain in the distance. It's epic. And so we keep getting closer. I keep taking pictures. We keep getting closer. Long story short, we go up the mountain. We didn't even realize it. And we're in a Chevy Malibu. This thing had no horsepower. Nick's foot is through the floorboard like Fred Flintstone trying to get this thing to go up the hill at like 12 miles an hour. We eventually make it. And it is beautiful and quiet and serene and snowy in June. But, yeah. It was a pretty full ski resort. Like, even for the middle of the summer, there were a lot of people staying up there.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking nuts. That's pretty nuts.
Now, folks, I can't tell you if I went crazy and broke through a door or anything like that, so you'll have to watch the Patreon video. But Nick and I had a great time filming this content, and we're going to try to do more stuff like this for you guys because we are world class, and we want to hit up everywhere in the world. Maybe one day we'll be in your neck of the woods. You come hang out with us. We'll record a commentary for an episode of Spider-Man.
There you go. Yeah, and like just at the beginning, we did go to the last Blockbuster and film the hell out of that. So
every square foot of that store is documented by this camera right here.
So we got a lot of footage from there too. I bought a hoodie and a pin and some other stuff too. So yeah,
I bought a keychain and I kept my receipt because I wanted a receipt that said Blockbuster on it.
I think I bought a Blockbuster card, membership card from them. Okay, all right, just
I got one of those too. They're like, "You want your name on it?" No, I got a real one somewhere. I just wanted another one because I misplaced it. But we did find that other video store, like an actual functioning video store in Astoria.
Video Horizons in Astoria, in downtown, yeah.
The guy was cool as shit that ran that store. And Nick bought the best DVD ever, Dion. We're gonna watch it when we hang out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
It is. It's really funny.
Now I'm excited. What is it?
The Fuckins.
The Fuckins.
That's literally what it's called.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I said to Nick, what the hell is this movie? And so we watched the trailer in the store, and he's like, I'm buying this. They had one copy in the store. Nick bought it because the guy's like, it's $8. It's my only copy. You're like, no problem. I have to own this.
Yeah. Because you showed me the trailer, and it was like, it's
crazy.
It's definitely nightmare fuel for sure.
But it's also a comedy.
It is also a comedy. It's one of those things where it's just like, in America, this was not made by an American for sure. This had to be made somewhere else. Had to be.
But it's in English, Dion.
It is in English, but it's just one of those things. I'm just like, jeez, man.
Well,
now
I can't. Yeah, let's have a couple drinks and watch it.
Shoot, okay, some drinks, some California shots, open our minds up a little bit.
You might want to keep your mind a little closed off from the California shots because this is like next level weird.
Oh.
It's not gory or gross. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah,
and
it's just really,
like Zardoz weird.
Yeah, like Zardoz weird. Except there's no Sean Connery in a thong. It's more just like creepy white people. But we'll talk about that.
Creepy white people. Oh god.
Darian 2 and 7, thank you very much. I'm betting the over. He'll be at the premiere. That's in regards to Mel Brooks passing away or staying alive for Spaceballs, the sequel.
I don't know. Him and Dick Van Dyke are really battling for 3 digits. It's happening.
Dick Van Dyke will be 100 at the end of the month.
Oh shit!
Damn.
I have a
Hold on, Dick. Hold on.
I'm going to throw this out there. Somebody's going to have to send me like $100 when I predict this, but Dick Van Dyke and Mel Brooks will walk the red carpet together for Spaceballs 2. That's my
Holy
bet.
shit! Okay. So then Dick Van Dyke will damn near be 102, might be, and Mel Brooks will just if he's there, will be 100.
Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Dick Van Dyke's son probably is retired now.
Oh, dude, Barry Van Dyke, yeah.
Dick Van Dyke has great-great-grandchildren, okay?
Yeah.
Man, Chimmery indeed.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Bart. Bert, not Bart.
He's one of the few men who have got to see his great-great-grandchildren.
I mean, he's seen so much. I thought my
And
grandma.
he banged Mary Poppins.
Did he? Good for him.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
1965 Julie Andrews. Pretty
Right.
good. Pretty good.
Yep.
She's not
You can give me a
1965
spoonful of sugar
Claudine
anytime.
Auger, but, you know. Hey, Domino from Thunderball was like prime choice. Her
Oh,
and
100%.
Fiona Volpe.
My favorite Bond girl.
Mine too. I watched that shit in 4K the other day just to see how good she looks in super high definition.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Domino.
I know, right? She's got those 2 moles on her ankle. Overkill 161 says, one thing I noticed about Mel Brooks movies is that after Spaceballs, he made the following films more kid-friendly. I noticed that with Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, the one thing I did notice about that film as well is the fact that Robin Hood Men in Tights and Spaceballs are so similar. They even borrow a couple of the same jokes, and I like them both, but I only watch Spaceballs because I feel like I get the same movie 2 different times.
Also, honorable mention that everybody seems to forget of the Mel Brooks. Well, a lot of people seem to forget is Dracula Dead and Loving It. Everybody needs to go watch that. You need to go watch.
Isn't that
Dracula
Leslie
Dead
Nielsen?
Yes. Leslie Nielsen is Dracula. It's a parody of the original Dracula movie. I think Mel Brooks plays Van Helsing. It's fucking hilarious. Like,
I will
highly
I
recommend
haven't
it.
seen it in a long time. I got to rewatch it.
Yeah, highly recommend it. It's you'll thank me later.
I'll thank you now. Thank you, Nick. Also thank Darian or Overkill 161. Thank you, Overkill 161. Wasn't too far from your neck of the woods. I love the nature up there. Darian 217. Thank you again. He says, that is saying something as Rick Moranis turned down returning to Ghostbusters, yet he's now returning for Spaceballs 2. Significant since he quit to raise his children after his wife passed away. That is fair, Darian, but the one thing we have to remember is they offered him a bit part in Ghostbusters 2016. He probably was hip to the fact that this is a bullshit movie, and maybe this is a meteor role, you know? Like, maybe Dark Helmet's the main character of Spaceballs.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
Dark Helmet will be the main character. I hope he is. Like, I don't give a shit about anybody else. I want to watch Dark Helmet walk around for 2 hours just making fun of everything. And is George Weiner still alive? If he's alive, I want Colonel Sanders back. Fuck, man. Make President Scroob still around. Like, bring them all back. The only one he can't do is John Kennedy. Just let Barf die, you know?
Just let Barf die.
I should sell that t-shirt, just let Barf die.
Oh, God. Harrison Ford should be the father of Lone Star.
Harrison Ford should play Barf.
I mean, that would be pretty funny.
I would not be mad if he's just sitting there with a dog mask on going, son of a bitch, the whole time.
Son of a bitch.
That's a grouchy old dude in makeup. That would be fucking hilarious.
Get the fuck off of my ship.
This is bullshit, Mel. Like, they're like, don't use his real name. Who the fuck is a Josh Gad? He just starts walking up and beating his ass.
God. I feel like
He's just telling everybody about their real names.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mel.
I feel
Rick,
like
you son of a bitch, it's good to see you.
Bill Pullman, I thought we were friends. What did you do to me?
Oh, God, I feel like Harrison Ford would love that role. He's like, fuck it, pay me whatever. I just want to be a curmudgeon old dude in makeup for 90 minutes.
We can ask you if he wants to wear makeup in Stealing Solo too, Nick. We'll be like, you want to be blue or purple? It makes no sense, but hey, fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
Darian, I'm excited though for Rick Moranis. He is great.
Yeah.
But like this, folks, in Wokebusters, there are a lot of like Ghostbusters surrogate characters, like the 4 of us and stuff. Louis Tully is so great. There's no Louis Tully like surrogate. I left him out of the book because he's just too good. Like if John Candy was in Ghostbusters, you wouldn't have touched his character either. You don't need to parody those ones. Darian also says, did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Ludicrous speed button. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We got Spaceballs the buttons. Oh, man, I haven't pressed this one in a while. I think low-key my second set of buttons. The second set of buttons are my favorite. But we have our ludicrous speed button. We didn't get rid of that, did we? No.
That's on you. That's on you, buddy. That's on you.
I didn't get a copy strike and delete it, did I?
You may have. I think you may have.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think we had to talk about that a while ago, where we did it a couple times, and they were giving us copyright strikes because of it.
That was like the harsh one, I think, where it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, that was the harsh one.
I mean, we got. Now I'm heartbroken. I was all excited to watch. Well, we got this one.
Oh no, not again.
R.I.P. John Hurt.
Every time.
Let's see. Do I have anything else Spaceballs related? I guess I don't. Shit. Well, I guess we'll have to make some more Spaceballs buttons moving forward. Darian, if you got another request, let me know. We're happy to press it. But until then, here's a bonus.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Thank you, Paul Rudd.
Fucking macking me. Oh my god.
What a movie.
What a commercial is more like it, Dion.
You don't dance when you go to McDonald's?
If I usually run out the door when I realize I'm in a McDonald's because I fucking
that's fair. That's fair.
Dude,
What's the dollar menu, bro?
what year are you living in, man? The dollar menu is like the $5 menu.
We had it all in 2000. We had it all.
We really did. I
Yeah,
watched,
we really did.
when I was working on the book today, I actually had 2 videos pop up that I watched, both about why McDonald's is too expensive, and I was like, yeah, McDonald's is too expensive. You're paying for literal garbage. So,
Yeah.
food that doesn't decompose. Just think about what it does to your body.
Ugh.
Darian, thank you very much again. Darian217 says, you should try sending Stealing Solo the comic to Mel Brooks to get that movie made. I have a case ready to go to people that could help get it turned into a movie. Maybe I'll do that now, since Spaceballs 2, people are talking about that one. It's like, well, it doesn't come out till 2027. You want to beat him to the punch? Oh, Harrison Ford's schedule's open for this 1 week. Let's do it.
Yeah.
My only caveat, guys, will be like, we get to stand on the side while they film it, and we don't say anything.
That's fine.
Hey,
That's
I
fine.
like it. I like that.
I want to play the little kid that my character yells at in the beginning. Like, that's the only thing I'd ask to be in. Like, can I just be in this scene where I say, hey, mister, what was wrong with you? That was a great movie. Like, I want to get yelled at by my fictionalized self. That's very Albert Brooks and meta.
There you go.
Xavier God says, the new trailer makes the Superman look shitty. I got to watch it still. The trailer. I'm already going to watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the first trailer they came out with, where he was like doing an interview with Lois, was really interesting. The conversation they had was really good. I thought the trailers that have built up so far have been great. I'm on board to watch it.
Yeah,
Which is saying something, because you're usually the first one to say fuck a superhero movie.
No, I 100% am. But this one, I was just like, I want to see this, and I think it's different. I hope it's different than the other superhero movies. So, I hope it's good too. But we'll find out.
Folks in the chat, should I go out and pick up one of the Superman action figures from the movie? Because, I got to get it for the collection. Maybe I'll turn it into a little video. We're on the hunt for Superman.
Yeah.
Thank you,
we got our
to God.
We got our advance tickets, so we're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, we'll have an early review for you fine folks out there in radio land, podcast land, whatever we're going to call it, here on YouTube. Dion, you should look into buying those Amazon Prime tickets if you're trying to go early. They're like 4 days early.
I might have to. Typically, we haven't had a problem out here, but yeah, I might.
Well, no, it's a special screening that's a couple days in advance only.
Oh.
It's for Prime members only. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the Facebook group. I sent Jeff the message there. The link will still work for you though. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Our friend TLJ Screwjob says, my friend's birthday is Saturday, and we're going to a playable pinball museum. But due to the protest against the president, we're seeing Ballerina. Ah, no.
Oh wow! Wait! Oh,
downgrade the animated
that's
series.
Fucking terrible. Oh man, a pinball museum. I mean, I know there's one in Chattanooga that's really awesome. That's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's like $10 to get in. You play as much as you want. It's great.
Yeah,
like
we had
Legacy of the South.
Yeah, we had a pinball bar that closed a couple years ago, but it was the first part of COVID. It was fucking awesome. We definitely want more places like that.
Yeah, I know there's a pin. It's easy. You just gotta have a big enough pinball arcade area, and then have beer. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of beer.
Yep, that's it. What was that place in Astoria? Galaxis or whatever that had all the arcade machines in like a tiny bar.
They even had a Polybius machine, folks.
Yeah, they did.
Nick played it. He survived. He didn't do well enough for the government to abduct him.
No. Clearly I didn't. There was no.
The only reason I didn't play, they wanted you to download an app, put your credit card on the app, and then use it to play games on the machines. I'm like, I would just use quarters. So I just watched you play. I wasn't doing all that.
Yeah, I wasn't there too long. I played some games I wanted to, and then that was it. I was like, oh, we'll leave. It's not much going on here.
Yeah. But it was wonderful. Darian217, thank you. The new Superman movie also looks like Batman versus Superman, doesn't it? It has Green Lantern, Hawkman, and others in it, trying to make a Justice League in one go. I wasn't getting that vibe. I'm getting that they're the established superheroes, and Superman comes in and he's like the new guy, and they're all kind of jealous of him. That's what I take away from it.
Yeah.
If anything, I got closer to the Justice League cartoon than I did the Justice League movie. They're definitely, especially with the hoopla about Nathan Fillion being Guy Gardner, that definitely worries me. I'm with you in that it's concerning, especially because they're sticking with Hawkman too. So, Hawkman was in Black Adam, you know what I'm saying? And, so I'm with you that I'm concerned about them putting too many characters in. But yeah, I got a lot more of a Justice League, the animated, Justice League Unlimited, I should say, more than Justice League Zack Snyder, because the Zack Snyder one was so dark and
shitty.
It was shitty, and it was Snyder was trying to do his version of Christopher Nolan, where at least with James Gunn, it looks it's a lot brighter. Obviously all the suits are a lot brighter, which is pretty crazy. Especially when compared to Zack Snyder. So yeah, I wouldn't say I got Zack Snyder, but I definitely got more animated series vibe from this, especially the new trailer.
Yeah, I don't see Batman v Superman in this at all. Not even a whiff of it, because that was okay, and then even then with the last trailer they came out with for that one, they told you who the bad guy was, and it was just like, okay, we know who it is now. It's Doomsday. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are we watching this now? It was really stupid. I'm not getting that from this. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit confusing, but I feel like if they've given James Gunn this much this much rope, he's not gonna hang himself with it. I really don't think so. If they've given him this much to do, and this responsibility of being like, hey, you have all the money and all the resources, don't fuck up, he's not going to. He's not going to, because I mean, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. We didn't know who the fuck they were, and now we know who they are.
Yeah, they'll be a household name for generations now.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like, and once again, like Jeff said earlier, I've been saying fuck you to superhero movies for a while now, and this is the first time I'm just like, I think I want to go watch this. So, that gives me a little bit of hope.
We will. We already have our tickets. We'll do an early preview review.
Yep.
And then
I might try to watch all the other Superman movies before we go watch that one, just to be like,
we should do that for Patreon where we talk about it.
Yeah, because I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up when the ticket is and make sure that I watch the other ones pretty good in advance before we go watch that one, so I kind of have like a comparison to put it in.
I suggest you skip Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. It's
or definitely watch Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Choose your own adventure, because it is wackily stupid.
It is. Thank you. I was going to say the Richard Pryor one's a must-watch, though.
Oh no, it is. Then,
I love Superman 3. Not embarrassed to say it.
Then there's the one in the middle that happened, like just the one-off one.
Oh, Superman Returns.
Yeah, that one.
Brandon Routh was a good Superman, but that was not a good movie.
Yeah,
it was the most generic mid-2000s movie, and I like him. I don't like him as a person for sure, but Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor was dope.
I agree. Good. You know what, Dion? I'm glad you brought him up, because I for sure didn't delete his button. It's probably, was it one of our best buttons ever?
Yeah.
If you don't know which one it is, folks, sometimes you think you're right, but normally you're wrong.
Yep.
That one. I should start putting that out when people are saying stupid shit on the show. just over and over again. And then I can hit him with one of
George
these.
Bush doesn't care about black people.
And make it awkward. Oh, and this one.
Yep. That one gets
Two out of the three of you guys the 2 or 3 of the guys you've shown have been to jail.
Well, let's show somebody that's never been to jail.
Ooh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I am.
I don't even know what the fuck that button means, but it's there. Thank you, Darian217. Enrique says, Nick, just don't get script started on Florence Pugh.
I saw that message way before, and I didn't. I made sure not to mention it. I didn't want to say anything.
He hates her tits.
Oh, really?
Like, he hates her tits like Dion hates Zack Snyder.
Wow.
That much?
Yeah, it's a long story. I'll let you have him tell it one day. One day on a Tuesday, you guys should just show up and surprise everybody. We're like, hey guys, it's a Tuesday show with everybody on it. Fuck it. We're playing bracket battle. And then we'll be like, that'll be the new litmus. That'll be the new comparison. Script, what's more disappointing, X or Florence Pugh's tits? And he'll always pick Florence Pugh's tits.
He's just so mad at her tits. That's hilarious.
Yeah, after watching Oppenheimer, he was so disappointed.
What?
Not in the movie, in the tits.
I know, but like he had such high expectations for her tits, and like.
Well, I'll let him tell you the story, but it's not him that
fine.
made fun of the tits. It's the women he was with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like tearing into her like harshly.
Oh my god. Damn.
Xavier to God asks, "What do you guys think about Harley Quinn played by Sydney Sweeney?"
That's hot. I mean, that's fine. But there has to be a parallel universe where she meets Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie.
We all want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Instead of a free poster, they give you a free bar of that soap. The world's first $1 trillion picture made with Sydney Sweeney's bath soap as a free promo.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be hilarious.
That's a pretty penny for it now.
We live in the simplest of times, so.
Yeah.
Xavier God says, this Superman movie will be my first I've seen in theaters.
Really?
It will be
wow.
my, let's see, Returns, Man of Steel, BVS. So third? Because it's, there've only been 3 in my lifetime.
Yeah, same.
It's same for you, Dion, because Superman Returns came out when we were in junior high. Or not junior high, junior year in high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Damn, yeah. My third, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, Xavier to God, like you, when we were growing up, there were no Superman movies. There was a Superman TV show, and there was a cartoon, and a couple bad video games, and 2 toy lines that were pretty solid. But Superman was always there. He just wasn't Batman. Like, Batman was the 90s. And then Spider-Man was the early 2000s. And then the Avengers have kind of just been there, so.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't care what people say about modern Marvel, which I, have issues with, but the first Avengers is still tops. Like, I fucking love that movie.
100%.
Especially that Soundgarden song that plays at the end. You're just like, man, what a great movie. And then you get this Bitchin' Rock song, and you're like, yeah, they'll live to rise. Cool. I saw the movie 4 times that summer.
Apparently, Sydney Sweeney's soap, sold out.
Because we live in the simplest of times, Nick. Like,
because I just checked, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's still for sale. Nope, it's sold out.
Yeah, I bought it all.
Since me on, shame on you.
Well, folks, next week this box of this wall of toys is getting replaced with a wall of Sydney Sweeney soap.
Well, okay. Apparently, Walmart still has it.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
For $17. I was like, wait, it's still here.
Well, if you want a quality product, Nick, you go to Walmart.com.
That's right.
No, you don't, folks. If you want a quality product, you go to shop.
Hold on. It's on eBay, and I'm looking at it right now just to see it. 115 people have viewed this in the last 24 hours. $45 for 2 bars.
The smelly motherfucker that buys it better.
Oh, sorry. No,
wash with one of them.
Sorry. $45 for each bar, and there are 3 available.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hope you don't make any money.
Yeah, that's funny shit. I mean, make your money however you want. That's fine, but
it's not world class. Just putting
that's
that
hilarious.
out
We all just searching for that nut, man.
Apparently for some people it's a bar of soap, but whatever.
I mean, hey.
You could use it, I guess, as lube. So there you go. At least you'll be a clean weirdo.
A clean weirdo. I don't know, man. It seems like at those conventions they just need to sell like deodorant for $1, or maybe Axe body spray.
No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open booths at horror shows. We're gonna go to the local dollar stores. We're gonna buy up all their stuff, and we're gonna have tables lined up. $2 deodorant, $3 body sprays. 2 for $5. Yeah. Oh no, we should have the nerd care package. It's mouthwash, deodorant, body spray, and we'll get some of that. Ew, we should get a partner. Never mind. Actually, that's a good idea that I'm not going to share on air because we should
write it down. Write it down.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. All right, I'm writing it down. Yeah. All right, calm down, Al pal.
Just write it down.
Yeah, goddamn it now.
Yeah, I don't want you to forget about it.
It is written down on this piece of paper with all these drawings on it. So there you go. I won't forget it. Xavier God, I won't forget about you either. He says, I don't count BVS as a solo Superman film. Fair. So then that's my second Superman film.
Fair. Yeah, I can live with that.
I don't want to live with it, though. It's not a very good movie.
No, it's not.
Why'd you say that name?
You know what is going to piss you off and everybody in the chat? I own BVS on Blu-ray. I don't own Terminator 2 on Blu-ray.
Damn.
Well,
I know, right?
It's kind of par for course. You do own Waterworld in 4K, so it's fine. It's fine.
It's true.
It's fine.
I didn't buy it, but
it's still in your possession. It's still in your possession.
Hey,
so is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I didn't buy that one.
Where were you at the Battle of Helm's Deep?
I was home washing my tights. I think Batman could beat everybody from Lord of the Rings twice on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Xavier to God again says What'd you say?
Aragon's the man.
Yeah, but Batman's Batman.
He's Batman, you know what I'm saying? He's Batman, you know what I'm saying?
I do. Oh, that Batman Resurrection book I'm listening to, Dion. You'll like it. It's got Lawrence the thug from the first Batman '89 movie. He's like a plot point. He didn't die in the bell tower. He fell through the floor and survived.
Damn, dude, I gotta fucking read that. I'm gonna get that audio.
Clayface is the villain.
Hell yeah, man!
Oh my god, dude! I can't wait for the Clayface movie. I can't wait. It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be good.
Clayface. I want to see Clayface versus Mr. Fantastic versus Plastic Man.
Oh,
that would be a movie. Great. It ends with them getting tied into a knot and they can't unseparate it, so they just lay there forever. Xavier God says someone needs to send Nick Sidney's bathwater to him in pressurized cans so Nick can drink it as a carbonated beverage.
Oh God, no! Oh God. One thing I did see a couple of people say on Instagram when I was watching, like some dudes were getting mad because like some other chick did it first, Bonnie Blue or who did the bathwater thing first, and they're like, oh, she's copying her. This is such a Hollywood thing. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Who gives a shit? Who's sipping for this kind of weird bullshit? It's like, oh, she did it first, man. They're just copying her. It's Hollywood. I'm like, what are you? Who gives a shit? It's Sydney Sweeney's just trying to sell some fucking soap and make a buck. Like it's a joke because you fucking simp weirdos bought her bathwater.
Right, because y'all paid for it.
Yeah, y'all paid for using goddamn bathwater, and then some of you ultra weirdos drank it like morons.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. So what do you expect? And some of you are just like, oh, she did it first. Like,
who cares who did it first?
Get off 4chan and go touch grass, okay?
Jesus. Yeah, isn't 4chan down?
Talk to a woman in a public place.
Yeah, don't you stare at her shoes and run off.
Yeah.
Right.
Or try to take pictures of her shoes and run off.
Yeah. Hi, you're pretty boy. What? Napoleon Dynamite? That's some bullshit right there. Yeah. You make the Jawa sound effect when you talk to a girl. What did he? And run off.
What did he?
That's how you get no ass. Guaranteed. We should write a book. How not to get laid. 100% guaranteed guide to not get any.
I mean,
I'm writing that down. I'm going to make that book.
If you're at certain conventions, that might work. It just depends.
I'm about to say, yeah. Either that's not how you get laid, or that's how you meet a really really weird one.
Yeah, I've interacted with really weird ones in Star Wars nerds and conventions. It's best to just keep Star Wars out of your sex life. Dion looks a little disappointed.
Really, Jeff? You've ever put on a glow-in-the-dark condom? Never mind. I don't want to get into that.
Listen,
I don't wear those.
I'm just saying in doses, small doses.
That's Kendo with him and his buddy. Zoom. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Of course, we can talk shit about Kendo. He's not here. That's the rule of the bullshitter code. Number 1482. When a bullshitter is down for silly reasons, we make fun of him. Oh, there's Kendo. Folks, look at, there we go, that wonderful picture of Kendo with a bitchin' hairdo. I actually like that. I like that cover quite a bit. Anyway, Enrique says, random, what's your preferred airline to fly with? Delta, because they have TVs behind the screens.
Yeah.
Or TVs behind the seats, excuse me.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got to fly Delta from Atlanta to Oregon back and forth, so that was nice. Yeah, it was definitely good because I've tried. I think I tried. I had to take a trip somewhere recently to Florida, and because of like rain, and I had to fly on Spirit. Because there was a whiff of rain, they canceled the entire flight. But other flights,
you do live in the South.
That's true, but also like other flights that were going to Florida, like the Delta ones, just went through. Just made it through. So
it rains in Florida every day at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So
you're not kidding, man. You're not kidding.
There's this time of year.
Yeah. I didn't get to fly. Yeah. I didn't get to fly Delta because they didn't offer a flight from Cincinnati to Portland. So I still made it. Barely. Nick, they fucked up my second flight.
They did?
Bang, bang.
How bad? How bad?
We were so late leaving Portland that I almost missed my connector flight in Las Vegas, which had a 2.5-hour layover.
Oh my god!
Damn.
I couldn't even get my damn Jamba Juice.
Oh, that's...
I know, right? First world problem. I'm fucking pissed.
You mean you didn't get your Orange Julius? Come on, man.
Damn, bro.
The joke is, we don't have those places in Cincinnati. Like, there's no Orange Julius. There's no Jamba Juice. It's just, we don't have 7-Eleven here.
What the fuck?
We don't. There's just a lot of shit. See, the problem with Cincinnati is we get some local shit that catches on, and people are loyal to a fault here because, like, Skyline Chili, that's fine. La Rosa's Pizza's garbage, and everybody and their aunt's like, we gotta go to La Rosa's. It's so great. It's shit. Like, I can't give it a ringing endorsement. I don't eat it. Like, if somebody gave me La Rosa's Pizza, I'd let it sit there. I'd rather have a hot and ready.
Oh my god.
They put too much sugar in the sauce. It's really
unsettling. That's stupid. No. That sounds disgusting.
Matt West understands the bro code very well. The bro code and the code of the bullshitter are not one and the same, but they're very similar. Like, we don't have as many harsh rules as the Wedding Crashers do, like never leave a wedding crasher alone in a tiny jacket. Like, Dion, you have many tiny jackets you wear. I don't care what you wear. It's your style, man. Sometimes it gets cold in June.
That's right, man. Give me a tiny jacket, baby. I look fantastic in it.
Hold me closer, tiny jacket. I want Elton John to sing me that song. So, guys, one thing I wanted to bring up at the beginning of the show, but we had script here, so I wanted to keep things moving. Today is the anniversary of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is 41 years old. I love this movie. So I wanted to pose the question to you, what is the best Indiana Jones movie? Folks in the chat, I want to know why you're picking the films you like. But, Dion, I've known you for almost 20 years at this point. What's your favorite Indiana Jones movie?
Well, my favorite and the best, I'm always going to answer the same way. And I love Raiders of the Lost Ark. For the 40th, 2 weeks from now, they're going to be showing in my local theater, and we're going to make a whole family thing out of it. That being said, I think Temple of Doom's the best one. It's my favorite, And again, we all Indiana Jones fans, you know what I'm saying? We know which ones we don't talk about no more, But, that little bit of darkness in Temple of Doom is what makes it good for me. Raiders, obviously it's Prime, the Fuhrer and all that stuff. Then obviously with The Last Crusade, they go to Germany, you know what I'm saying? So we know that they're there. Temple of Doom's extra good because they don't use the Yahtzees, man. Like, it is just some evil jabronis who's doing the thing that we all hate. It's just being terrible to kids. And then there's Short Round, and even though, she's annoying as hell, and she's screaming and hollering and running around, and then, the Kami High and motherfuckers catching on fire in volcanoes, and then a classic train car chase scene. Temple of Doom is just so good, man. It's my favorite, easily.
Nick?
Mine is Last Crusade, because that was the first one I watched when I was a kid. It was at my video store. They had the poster and everything. That it looked good. I was getting into adventure movies. I watched things like The Goonies and Explorers and Monster Squad and stuff. And I was like, oh, Indiana Jones. This seems awesome. And like, I watched it and I was like, this is fucking great. This is awesome. And also with watching James Bond movies as a kid, and I was like, oh, I know the old man. I know that guy. That's James Bond. And them going to Germany, trying to find the Grail, and just the whole like overall journey of the movie was amazing. It was so much fun to watch as a kid, and I mean, I still watch it to this day. I'm pretty sure I've got all three of them in 4K. I fucking love them. But that's the one I think is my favorite. But like like we've said before in the channel, like they're all three perfect movies, and you're not really going to go wrong with picking any one over the other.
No. It's hard to it's hard to find fault with the Indiana Jones trilogy. It is the tops. I'm like you, Dion. While I consider Raiders like the best movie, the best made, Temple of Doom's my favorite. It's fun. It's got great action. It's a smidge cheesy. The weird part is though, everyone calls it the dark one. Raiders is a much darker movie. Indiana Jones shoots people in the face at point blank range. It's the one where it's got the bloodiest of squibs. The deaths of the villains at the end is nightmare fuel. Still a great movie. And it's got a kind of a downer ending. Temple of Doom, he saves the kids, returns the Shankara Stone, which brings life back to the village, and they all live happily ever after. And he gets Willie. And Willie was kind of hot. Marion wasn't. So, I'm just being that guy.
Marion was tough, for sure. But yeah, Willie was very, she's singing at the club in China and everything, and then she's chasing after the diamond and stuff. And one of my favorite parts of Temple of Doom. We are going to die. Like, I laugh at that every fucking time. I love that part. It might be my favorite part of the whole movie.
The part that gets me to chuckle every time, actually just laugh out loud, is when she goes, "You know how to fly a plane, don't you?" And he goes, "No, do you?" Just his response to her every time makes me chuckle. I love that scene so much. But, Last Crusade's awesome too. I love when he's on the bike and he throws the spoke into the Nazi's motorcycle and he flips over forward. You're like, damn, dude, that guy ate it hard.
I love it with his dad. He's like 11 o'clock. He's like,
what happens at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
No, 10, 11, 10, 12, 11 o'clock. And then he's like, sorry, son, they got us.
Yeah. Listen, my favorite part is, how'd you know she was a Yahtzee? She talks in her sleep. And then freaking Devin laughed at that joke.
I gotta check. I think that's hitting my local theaters this weekend.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I want to say there's Indiana Jones here as well somewhere. So.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting the Raiders of the Lost Ark for the anniversary for Flashback Cinema. So.
Why is Sonic the Hedgehog getting a special re-release? I don't care. Wait. Oh, that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Either way, I'm going to look it up and see if Indiana Jones is showing soon because I need to go see that movie again. I've seen Raiders in theaters and I've seen the newer ones in theaters, but I have not had the opportunity to watch Temple of Doom or Last Crusade on the big screen the way they should be seen. So,
yeah, Last Crusade was I think that was during the Christmas season. So we went and saw that. Flashback Cinema, John Erskine or whatever, doing the intros and stuff. That obviously the boys loved The Last Crusade. And it, like I said, it made me proud when, how'd you know she was, and then he goes, she talks in her sleep and Devin busted out laughing like that. I was like, yep, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Fathom Events is showing Last Crusade here Saturday and Sunday of this week.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm kind of tied up this weekend. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, hold on. They're also showing it the 17th and 18th of this month as well. So next weekend too, I guess.
Oh no, that's Tuesday and Wednesday. I might go out on Wednesday and go see Last Crusade.
Yeah. So they got it then too. I know there's a dine-in theater here that I can go and get a couple of drinks and a burger and enjoy myself watching Last Crusade. So
you got to drink whiskey like Indiana Jones.
Oh, that'll happen.
Whiskey?
Hell yeah.
God, that's such a bitchin' movie.
Because Last Crusade, that's one they're showing. Which that's awesome. I might go do that.
Got a lot of people in the chat just quoting the hell out of this movie. I was just
I love. I'm seeing that. I didn't realize the run. I didn't realize the runtime for Indiana Jones Last Crusade was 2 hours and 12 minutes. It doesn't feel like it.
No. Hey, what does he say, Mr. Bones? Ships passing in the night. Me and my dad boinked the same woman, you know. God, I love that part so much.
God,
was the next man, Dad?
I can watch those all the time.
Dude, when you came up for New Year's, man, which is why I'm glad we get the 2025 get together going, because I fucking love those movies.
Not sober Indiana Jones watching is my new favorite pastime in Dion.
It's great.
I have the hat. We should get Indiana Jones hats and wear them while we watch the movies, and not let the kids wear them. And be like, yeah, you're not cool.
I got one for Father's Day a couple years ago. Still sitting in my closet. I'm gonna wear it for special occasions.
Anytime one of them tries to take the hat and wear it, we go, not yet, and just take it off their head and put it on. Yep. I hate Crystal Skull, but I'll quote it to troll a kid.
that is, I do like that. That's the one thing about Crystal Skull I like, was not yet, and he puts it on for sure. And then he died in Vietnam.
Yeah, that was a dark movie. Like, I hated that movie, but that part was like extra unnecessary. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate Dial, but that part I was just like, really? Like, you guys can't nut up a little bit, but...
No chill for Indiana Jones.
No chill, man. Didn't work. Damn it, Harrison. They had Mads Mikkelsen, too.
Dude, they have so many of his Voller action figures at my local Ollie's. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, he and Helena Shaw. Nobody bought Helena Shaw.
Dude, nobody cared about that fucking movie.
No, it was so generic.
The biggest flop in history, or one of them.
Yeah.
By the way, I did find the 110 rules of wedding crashing.
What's rule number 69?
Let's see. 69 69 is research the wedding party, and when you're done researching, research some more.
Kind of a letdown for number 69, but whatever.
Rule 75, carry extra protection. Rule 71, no excuses, play like a champ.
That movie's 20 this year. Let's do a retrospective on it.
Rule 76, the unmarried female rabbi is fair game, ? Of course she is.
Yep, I would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm okay with kosher.
Hey, what did James Gandolfini say that is truth to this day from killing them softly? There's no finer piece of ass than a Jewish girl hooking.
It is fun.
Rule 80, always think ahead, but always stay in the moment. Reconcile this paradox, and you will not only get the girl, you might also get peace of mind. What kind of Confucius say is that bullshit?
Listen, the one that comes from a list of trying to get laid.
And succeeding. And we saw the movie. That shit worked.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, technically, he got married because of it.
Yeah. And the other one's going to get married, too.
Yep.
I just love when he randomly screams out, "She was my first Asian," in that church, and everyone just like stares at him.
Oh, shit.
He's a coxman. What a good movie.
He's a coxman.
I think I might have said this to you, Nick. for as overrated as 40-Year-Old Virgin is, in terms of like how popular that shit was when it came out, Wedding Crashers was better and still is better. I don't ever need to watch 40-Year-Old Virgin again.
No.
I love 40-Year-Old Virgin, but yeah, Wedding Crashers is just funny.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers.
There are a lot of good moments. You know, I think one thing that sours it is how annoying Kevin Hart is now.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what sours it for me. Is I'm like, damn, we got Kevin Hart because of 40-Year-Old Virgin. But I like it a lot. But dude, Wedding Crash just has so many good moments, and the random moments are hilarious.
Definitely my bitch lover.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers was one of the last few movies we got like the unrated DVD or Blu-ray with as well. Because we had the theatrical version and the unrated version, which like whenever they're putting the girls down in the bed, like gave you more tits in that.
Oh yeah, the big ones. Bairds.
Yep.
Yeah, I know her name. She's a great actress. Don't judge me. I can tell you who directed every James Bond movie. I know the girls from Wedding Crashers. I know my shit.
You're a tit man. You know your tits.
I actually can. Like, if you showed me certain ones, I'd be like, "Oh, that's so and so. That's so and so."
You know what? We should get my buddy John on here because he is the human equivalent of Mr. Skin. If you give him an actress, he'll tell you where she was topless or naked in whatever.
That should be a Patreon thing. Let's get weird with it.
I'm serious, John. No, John's that good because I've mentioned movies. I've mentioned actresses around him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, 1973. This she's not topless in that. She shows her butt in this and this." I'm like, motherfucker, who are you?
Well, you Rain Man of naked actresses?
Yeah, he is. He really is. He 100% is. That is his Rain Man ability. I would love to get him on for like 30 minutes and ask him like a bunch of like actresses and like where they were topless or naked. He will tell you.
He's like aliens is a trick question because you never see her naked. You see her in her underwear.
Yeah,
but their shit's popping out the side, so it still kind of counts.
Yeah, no,
for other reasons. I remember the time I pointed that out to Dion. He had never noticed that in Aliens, and I was like, "Now, Dion, pause the screen and look there." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it's hanging out the side."
Oh God, these rules are fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah, Darian 217 knows what I'm talking about. Like literally, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me check our show notes. We've been flying through tonight's stuff. It's been a lot of fun. We've had Ballerina review. We talked Spaceballs. Other pointless sequels definitely came up. Yeah, folks. We'll get the human Mr. Skin on. We'll call him Mr. Skin.
Oh God!
We got a different view of Dion's wall.
Yeah, I think you got a little too drunk or something.
Yeah.
No,
he got lost in his own museum.
I didn't pull enough of the cord over, and I yanked it. We're good. We're good, guys. We're all good here.
You can't yank it on air.
How are you?
We're setting a squad up.
Oh.
Negative. We got a large reactor leak. Very large. Give us a few seconds to lock it down. Oh, Dion, I'm gonna tell you this nerdy thing I did last week. So I have this book I bought real cheap. It's the Star Wars newspaper dailies, and so I read all these like newspaper strips from the original Star Wars run. They were good. They were very dated, but they were good. Like a
lot of verbiage from the late 70s.
Well, the first couple were very like of the 70s and cheesy, but then the next batch were from the 80s, and they were created after Empire. But the story takes place between the first and second movie, so they can use Han Solo. Because here's the thing a lot of people don't realize if you weren't around back then, that I didn't even realize. While Luke Skywalker is the hero of Star Wars, the most popular character in the 70s was Han Solo, because he got the spin-off novels trilogy. He was the main character in all the comic books for the first issues after the movie ended. Because it was like Han Solo and Chewbacca go off on this space adventure for issues. The same with the newspaper strip. For a minute, he was the main guy. A lot of merchandise that they would make was Han Solo, so he was the character. And it's cool to see that, because he's my favorite, so I like to know that I have some decent taste.
Only decent.
Well, it's world class. I'm trying to be humble. Thank you, Clone Geek. I'm glad you love the newspaper strips, too. They're a lot of fun, and Al Williamson's artwork is amazing. He's the best Star Wars artist to ever do comics. I'd say the best regular artist would be Ralph McQuarrie, because he designed all that shit. Xavier to God, no, Darth Vader didn't get spin-offs and shit. Han Solo did right away. The first Star Wars novel might be Splinter of the Mind's Eye that was written as a sequel in case they didn't make it, Empire Strikes Back. But, like, all the stuff, it was weird. Like, all these, like, he was the character they followed in everything because he was more interesting than, Luke Skywalker. Yes, Jose. Or, yeah, Jose. Han is still the man. But, let's see. I guess we're going to close it out at 11 o'clock tonight, folks. It's a good, 2 hours and 20 minute show. Have we covered everything, Nick? Is there anything else we wanted to mention or address?
Did I send you anything that we could talk about, or is it all just like nothing really happened, in entertainment this week?
Well, a lot happened, but we kind of already hit the big ones. Let me look at the official WCBS group chat. Is that a stripper in a jazzy scooter? Yes, it is.
I thought that was funny. I wanted to send you guys that. I thought that was hilarious. So,
I love everything you send. I always get a good laugh out of that shit. The AI Star Wars movies were a little weird.
There's a lot of AI like Instagram channels coming up, and it's mainly like Sasquatch and Yeti like in the woods with like people who are vlogging or who have like cameras on their heads, like talking to each other, like bulking up and cooking meals and shit. It's very strange.
We should do a Blair Witch Project style movie where we're hunting for something, and then we use like an AI whatever to turn. Sasquatch is having a dance party. That's what we find. Like Sasquatch can do he can break dance where he spins on his back, does this shit. I would watch that movie
for sure.
I know we don't cover a lot of gaming, but did you see all the news from PlayStation today and Konami?
No, what happened?
Oh, it's good stuff. It's the Metal Gear Solid game. The new one's getting like some online mode. There's a remake of the original Silent Hill coming out. All kinds of cool shit.
Yeah, that's good. Any more news about the Switch? Is it still bombing or
no
selling out, or is
it's selling well? It's just a lot of people seem very disappointed in it.
Okay.
Me personally, I just wouldn't pay. It's not even the price of the system that's the problem. It's the games. And it's like, oh, here we are with a brand new Nintendo, and you can get all the same games that you bought years ago on your Xbox. So yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is not a selling point to me. I know some people like it. I own it on Xbox. I'm not going to rebuy it for the Switch 2. Same with what else is out. I don't know. A lot of the crossover games don't look that interesting. But the new Tony Hawk game looks legit. I'll buy that. And it's got the Ninja Turtle in it.
Oh, nice.
And the Doom guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the original Tony Hawk 3 had Darth Maul and Wolverine. So Disney ain't coming up off that shit.
No, they're not. They're not.
They should, though.
Yeah, but it's Disney. I mean, Disney and Nintendo are basically Disney, Nintendo, and Apple are basically the same companies now. So
I don't like any of them. There we go. That's what we're trying to do. The normal look. Laughingstock Media has a request for a button right here.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Hello, Dion. Where are you, my friend?
I guess he's dead.
Perfect damn timing.
Laughingstock Media, thank you. You get the Dion Cringe Award of the night. Darian217, thank you for your super chat. He says, did you hear that Mortal Kombat is releasing the Legacy Collection? I did. Hoping for all the Mortal Kombat games up to Armageddon. Also, I'll take the Mortal Kombat Van Damme, or guess what, motherfucker? We will press those buttons in a moment. Dion, I saw you nod your head right there, my man. You saw the trailer?
I did. That got me fucking pumped.
Yeah, it's like, you like Mortal Kombat? Well, we're giving you Mortal Kombat, the arcade version, the Sega version, the Super Nintendo version, the Game Boy version, the Game Gear version. Oh, you like Mortal Kombat 2? We're giving you all it's like, what? It's just every version of these games. And people are like, what's the difference? Well, you had to be around back then because Sega had the blood, but Nintendo had the better graphics and music. So I didn't give a shit about the blood in the first Mortal Kombat, but in the second one, they pulled out all the stops, and MK2 on the Super Nintendo is my favorite version. It's the shit.
Dude, yeah.
I would like if they did one that had every Mortal Kombat game ever.
That would be dope.
I don't know. I want it. I'd play them. Who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character, Nick?
Sub-Zero. I love Sub-Zero.
It was good. Dion?
Ooh, I mean, for me, I gotta go. As much as I love Scorpion, I mean, I could even make the argument that he's 1B. I'm a noob Saibot guy. Like, that's why, you saying you love Sub-Zero, that's perfect for me because I love noob Saibot, especially with, doing the towers. I love noob is my boy.
Why does he have that name, Dion? Do you know?
Well, that is from what I recall, as he goes, he dies, he goes to the Nether Realm, and he becomes a Reaper, whatever the hell he is, and that I think it's just his fucking amalgamation of his name or something like that.
It's the names of the creators backwards.
Oh, in real life, yeah. Yep.
Boone and Tobias. I like Noob Saibot. The one that sucked was Ermac. Ermac sucked. Or Rain. Like, they were the lame ninjas. The purple and the red ones.
Rain, yeah, Ermac and Rain were fucking whack for years.
They're like the Dan of Street Fighter. You're like, hey, here comes Dan.
Oh my god.
Barely I was always more so than Stryker.
Dude, Stryker was the chunky dude in Mortal Kombat. He's like, I can't fight, so I'm just gonna shoot you. Like, that was his gimmick. He pulled out a gun.
It. Shit, once you got into the game, you could make some damage in those towers with some Stryker.
See, 3 is where I kind of lost interest in Mortal Kombat because I didn't like Cabal or Stryker or the Sub-Zero without the mask. But then Trilogy came out and included everybody, so I was back on board. Yeah. But like when the games first came out, I liked Liu Kang. Liu Kang was cool, and he was easy. You held the B button for the bicycle kick, and he's right across the screen. And then he was good in the movie. I think nowadays I like Scorpion the best in the newer games. Sub-Zero is my favorite for a small window of time. But if I'm watching the movie, I think my favorite is Johnny Cage. I love Johnny Cage. Like, he better be fantastic in this new movie. That's all I care about.
Even though it was the last great thing Machinima did, but when they did season 2 of Mortal Kombat and Casper Van Dien was Johnny Cage, I loved it.
Casper Van Dien is not the worst actor. Just putting that out
there.
No. He's just very average, and that's okay.
Very average, yeah.
That's really all you need.
I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
I think there's, let's see, Predator Killer of Killers apparently is like a cartoon of Predator. Mm-hmm. Anybody seen that? Or if anybody knows if it's any good or anything?
I saw the picture on my TV.
Okay.
I also saw a picture on my TV for Rust. It's now available to stream.
Darn.
Yeah, I need to acquire that for us to judge harshly.
Yeah, we're gonna judge it harshly.
Yeah,
that'll be another Patreon exclusive. It's like, hey, tonight we watch Rust, the Alec Baldwin classic.
The Alec Baldwin classic.
It's brand new. How is it a classic? Because it is. Yeah. Oh, let's see. John in the chat says it wasn't too bad. Predators time travel. So it's
they time travel? That's interesting.
They're going getting warriors from different time periods.
Okay, I was just assuming that they were like collecting them throughout time. I didn't realize that the Predators knew how to time travel. That's really interesting. I had no idea about that.
There's a first for everything, Nick.
Yeah, I really need to read those comics. I really fucking need to. I really
send you that link again.
No, I know what it is. I just need to sit down and do it. Is the thing. That's all.
Okay, that's fair. You can always go for a run while you read a comic book.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Awkward. What are you, headbutting your fucking tail? Oh! Burn some extra calories. Fuck yeah!
I was trying to. I was pantomiming, bouncing up and down while running. I was running while reading comics on my iPad, so it didn't come through. It's fine. I tried.
No, you need to get the head mount.
The head mount.
Saw, where you're like, ah. You have a GoPro on your face. You're like, I'm just reading comics. You scroll with your nose and tongue.
Oh my god.
Darian 217, here's your button request. And here's another one. And we hit all 3 Mortal Kombat buttons. Shit. Now I'm just like... Oh, we have this one where you never play anymore.
Guns don't work on Sunday.
That's my favorite. He has like this
He
mental,
was almost indie.
It was funny because he had this ding moment in his head. He's like, nuns don't work on Sundays. I just knew she was a fucking assassin immediately.
Donuts don't wear alligator shoes.
Yeah. He's gonna be here in Atlanta to for a movie. They're showing Black Dynamite and then another kung fu movie. And he's gonna be here, so I might get the in-person ticket and get a picture with him and be like, dude, we need more Black Dynamites. We need like 4 more. We really do.
Yeah. We really do.
Yeah, like we're ready to spend our money on them. We just need 4 more.
Dynamite.
Yeah,
it's such a good movie.
Oh shit! Raiders is for Father's Day this weekend.
Well, there you go.
Hell yeah!
You're a father. You deserve it.
Hey, that's what we're doing for sure. One of these days this weekend, and it's showing on Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
Folks in the chat, make sure you wish Dion a happy birthday before we go.
Hey, happy Father's Day. His birthday.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Sorry, your birthday's not for many months. Yeah, wish him a happy birthday. There we go. Fuck it.
Thanks, guys.
I was about to say, I was just like, hold on.
Sorry,
you're really
I was
early.
getting a notification. I got a notification from Twitter. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're really early, but it's fine. At least you're trying.
I want to be the first one to wish you happy birthday every year, Dion. So on January 1st of every year, I'm going to call happy birthday. Maybe my birthday was 2 months ago. Happy early birthday.
I appreciate it, dude.
Oh, one last thing.
Jeff's over here being a fucking overachiever.
I'm world class, buddy. What do you expect?
It's true.
Nick, happy early birthday to you too, man.
Thanks,
Super
buddy.
early.
Happy birthday to you too. Happy early birthday to you as well.
Thank you, man. 4 months and change.
I know.
We gotta get with Dad. We gotta get together to celebrate your birthday this year. It's a big one.
I'm getting something together. I'm gonna finalize the details this month, and I'll send everybody information. So.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out where exactly to do it and the place to do it, and then once I figure that out, then yeah.
It should at least be in America.
That's what I'm shooting for, but we'll see what happens. So.
Right.
Canada would be a nice trip.
No.
We can go fight a moose or two.
Yeah, that'd be fun. The 4 bullshitters fight a moose and lose.
Oh God, yeah. We ain't fighting fucking ant. Like we could maybe like RKO a deer or something, but we ain't beating a moose.
No,
like,
that's
not at
fucking
all.
huge.
But we accidentally killed Bigfoot.
We accidentally killed Bigfoot.
Yeah, the unicorn movie came out. We just did the same to Bigfoot.
Yep, we RKO'd him.
Oh God, I still need to watch that.
You do. And folks, you need to do one other thing before we leave tonight. Follow us over on Twitter/X because we've been having a lot of fun with the posts. And I posted this today. Add for $50 to a Star Wars quote. And hundreds of you have been commenting on it, and thousands of you have been looking at it. And so I wanted to read out the best one right here. Luke, for $50 at that speed, will you be able to pull out in time? That's the one that got me. I have laughed too much at that one. So shout out to Gary on Twitter for liking that one. But I see Shrubbles08 there as well, and a bunch of other people. So folks, we are at the World Class BS on Twitter. We are trying to get to, what's our next goal? We don't use Twitter as much as we should. All right, we want to get to 20,000 soon. We're at 18.8. So we're putting the word out there. We want to get our channel to 20,000 followers on Twitter by the end of summer. How's that sound, guys?
Ooh, yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah, that can be done.
Yeah. So, folks, let's all make that happen. I think, is it Mr. Bones' birthday, actually? Somebody in the chat's like, I think it's really their birthday. Happy birthday to our listeners, chat. You know, happy birthday to everybody in the chat. I don't care if your birthday's today, tomorrow, 6 months from now. Happy birthday. That's what's up. Dion, I'm gonna wish you happy birthday forever, man.
Thanks, man. Happy birthday to you.
I was gonna text you tomorrow at work. You're like, oh, what's Jeff saying? Happy birthday. What the?
Happy birthday, man.
You know what? Tag Ken in a message and tell him happy birthday, just because.
I'll message him right now. Fuck it. He's like, my birthday's not until blah. We know, Kendo. We fucking know. But you don't get the joke. So, hey, folks in the chat. Next week, just wish Kendo a happy birthday like every 5 minutes.
Yep, if you say happy birthday, he'll be like, what the
fuck? Please do. It'll confuse the fuck out of him. Also, if you could, please say happy birthday, Appalachian American. Just really screw with him. Yeah. Just really screw with him. He'll really fucking hate that.
Now you make me feel like I shouldn't have sent my message without putting Appalachian American on there. Happy
birthday.
Well,
if he hasn't checked it, then delete it.
What, Dion? Now Dion messaged him.
God damn it.
The running gag should be, we forgot when your birthday was, so we just wished you a happy birthday in mid-June. Now, Nick, it's time to go. But before we do, we have to answer Clone Geek's question. He's the only person that he has tweeted us and messaged us multiple times. He needs to know. Now, Nick, on the count of 3, I want you to tell him if you have Game Pass, okay?
Okay.
Don't go too early. Don't go too late. Because if you do it too early, he might miss it. So, Clone Geek, are you here in the chat right now? I want to make sure you're here. Let's wait for confirmation of life.
Confirmation of life.
All right. Well, Clone Geek, happy birthday. Shit. We're going to assume he's here. Okay. Clone Nick, do you have Game Pass?
Yeah.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.